Welcome, everyone, to the Islanders Never Say Dies podcast coverage of the Islanders against the Arizona Coyotes this Friday evening. I'm your host, TJ, and with me here, as always, is our NHL analyst and expert, the grumpy old man. They say there is no shame in his game because he is always the same.
Oh, that's me.
Jesus, Grumpy. Oh, man, oh, man. How are you this evening, Grumpy?
Wonderful. I was getting a little chilly, so I put my my little hoodie on here, and I forgot to snap back on the microphone, courtesy of Dave Correa.
Yeah, absolutely. Courtesy of Dave C for certain, Grump. Tonight, again, if you're new to this channel, first off, we invite you to subscribe on YouTube, like on Facebook, and follow on Twitter. Stick around a while. We go live and do a twice a week Islanders podcast every Wednesday and Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, as a little bonus and treat, anytime the Islanders play a game that's not on a Thursday and a Sunday, we go live during that game. So you get to go ahead and have all the fun of the live reactions of myself and the grumpy old man. The only reason we don't go live on Thursday and Sundays, Grumpy, is because we have just a general sports podcast. We just talk sports and shoot the shit called TJ and the Grumpy Old Man. Now that podcast can be found in the link in the description below, and you can also find it there as a featured channel on YouTube. You could see it right down there. Let me remove that so you can actually see it. You find it on YouTube called TJ and the Grumpy Old Man. Again, we go live every Thursday on that podcast at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we also just cover large sporting events. Like we'll be going live during the Saturday evening game of the Kansas City Chiefs against the Buffalo Bills. Big live sporting events we cover live.
That's Sunday evening.
Sorry, I thought I said Sunday. But yes, Sunday evening. I apologize, Grump. So
you have an Islander game Saturday evening against Toronto.
We're going live during the Islander game as well, guys, on Saturday evening. So again, if you're new to the channel, we invite you back. We invite you. Hey, welcome to the Islanders Never Say Die community. Grump, today, I don't know. Did you happen to see the lineups that are going to be out here tonight?
I haven't, but I'm sure I'll be disappointed.
What would disappoint you the most? Because let me ask you this: what lineup combination do you think would disappoint you the most, Grumpy?
I would say. I don't know what lineup combination, but I would say if he's benching younger guys, that would drive me insane.
Well, how about this, Grumpy Old Man? Today, we've got the lineup changes. Austin Czarnik back in the lineup. I'm happy Czarnik's back in the lineup. I would argue that during his short 3-game stretch, he earned himself a consistent spot, and somebody else had to play so fantastic or he had to start performing poorly to take him out of the lineup. But we see Kiefer Bellows now out of the lineup. It's funny, right? You're seeing now that there's a revolving door over the last 3 games on that first line right wing spot. You had Kiefer Bellows playing out of position 3 games ago. Last game, you had Zach Parise on the first line left wing playing out of position. And now you have Austin Czarnik, who's a center, playing right wing. So something would lead me to believe that Kyle Palmieri, as soon as he's back and healthy, will be cemented back in on the first line right wing position, Grumpy.
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. I don't care what that lion dog Trot said. We know that that's the case. I mean, I don't know who he thinks he's fooling, honestly. Like he gives fake praise to Kiefer Bellows after he sabotages any advancement that he made while he was on the bench when Barry was not with the team. Yeah, I'm totally focused. I'm looking at the young gentleman going to come out and do a puck drop. I always like that. I love when they send the U.S. servicemen out there to do puck drop. That's just a me thing. But, so he sabotages him by making him play out of position, which he's never done. And then the next game he plays the second least amount of minutes next to Matt Martin, and then he's out of the lineup. Here's my prediction. We've seen the last of Kiefer Bellows this year. That's my prediction. Matter of fact, we just got notified. Here's a notification. Kiefer Bellows, never to be seen again. Thank you very much.
Is that what Barry said?
That's what I'm saying. I know Barry.
Oh man, I tell you, I do like that the armed forces are getting recognition here tonight. That's always fantastic to see. People who sacrifice, their lives and put, put personal sacrifice for the good of the country is always something special.
Who's number 16 for Arizona?
Anybody his name, I think you might know him, Grumpy. His name is Andrew Ladd.
Andrew Ladd. Look at that. Takes the face off. Good for him. You know what? I hope. Well, I'm not hoping he dominates us tonight, but I like to see him succeed.
Oh my God. Here's the thing. I don't ever want to see anybody fail that leaves the Islanders unless there's one individual. And again, I don't want him to fail. I don't want to see him achieve team success. But, John Tavares is the only guy I'm like, yeah, everybody else that leaves the Islanders, I root for them. They're all good people. Everybody who's always a part of the Islanders organization, I feel like is a good individual. And it's hard for me to root against good individuals. But tonight, the Islanders are playing another bottom tiered team, and the Arizona Coyotes. Man, he looks very small, especially when he was standing next to Chara, Grump. But we're playing a bottom tier team in the Arizona Coyotes, Grump. Got to come away with a victory tonight.
Yes, without a doubt.
Now here's the thing that I was kind of shocked about. The Arizona Coyotes, one of the worst scoring teams in the NHL, is going to be facing an extremely hot goaltender and our best goaltender in Ilya Sorokin. So does that lead me to believe that Simon Varlamov is going to be starting tomorrow evening? Because Barry refuses, at least as of recent, to play Sorokin in back-to-back games.
It could. Let's see what happens. I hope not. Let's be honest. Sorokin's a better goalie.
Scott Wedgwood's. He's been pretty hot, but Scott Wedgwood, my gosh, against the Islanders last year, played very well.
If you could just let me know when puck drop is for you so I can make sure I'm linked up.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I'll let you know when puck drop is. They're just going over. Now, I've always been a big fan of those old Arizona Coyotes jerseys, the retro jerseys. I like them personally, Grump. I don't know about you.
I hate them. I hate this uniform. I hate every single uniform they've ever had.
Barry looks very, very, very happy on the bench. My gosh.
Well, he has achieved his first goal, which was to get rid of Bellows. So he achieved that, which is, that was step one for him. Get rid of Bellows, right? I told you it was happening. That's why he had to do it so early, because he had to clear the decks for Palmieri coming back.
Well, puck drop now, Grumpy. We're starting off with the fourth line. Oh, goodness, as always. Now, this is a must-win game, right? We talked about the huge mountain that we have to climb. This is a game that the Islanders should, and I expect them to win.
We can never lose to a team below us in the standings, ever. Ever.
You've got to come in with like 69 or 70% of your points remaining. You've got to beat every team below you and about at least 50 or more % of the teams above you.
I just, for one of the things, if the Hounds get this many percentage points, what they keep on forgetting is we have to play more than a game every other day.
Yeah. For the remainder of the schedule, we're playing about one game. We're playing a game every other day over the next 99 or 98 days.
Right.
So it's on an older team like that, I'm sure it's going to take its toll.
Right.
But the Islanders starting off with a little bit of offensive zone time against the Arizona Coyotes. You look at last or Wednesday's game against the Flyers, Grump. Man, did we struggle across the board.
Yeah, number 61 was holding Clutterbuck's stick. No call.
I'm sorry, Tuesday's game against the Flyers. We did not look good out there on the ice. It was that big fight by Char that kind of helped catapult the team forward with some positive momentum. So I'll be interested to see how we come out tonight after what, was a steal of 2 points against the Flyers, right? Are we going to come out and look dominant against the Coyotes before a big game against Toronto?
Coyotes are playing a little bit better. Nice defensive play by Noah Dobson. Shielding the guy off, enabling Char to get the puck, and I don't know what the hell Char is doing.
Okay. Yeah, but can I get an answer to the question, Grump? What do you think we're going to see tonight out of the Islanders? That's why I was asking you a question. What do you think we're going to see out of the Islanders tonight?
I honestly don't know. When was the last time we played well? Against Winnipeg? I can't. Yeah, we've won games, but when was the last time we've actually played well? Here's the thing. Arizona's starting to play a little bit better. This could be
Arizona has 10 wins, though.
This could be a trap game. They've won 2 in a row.
And look at this. Phil Kessel might play the most consecutive games. The longest Ironman streak might be owned by Phil Kessel. Think of that, Grump.
I tell you what, I was surprised when they put that up there.
Yeah.
That's anyone who can play that many games in a row, not named Josh Bailey, that's an impressive feat.
Well, I do expect hopefully Sorokin to keep up his fantastic form. But it'll be nice to see if the Islanders could really, rack up some goals against the Arizona Coyotes, and if they look like they're the more dominant team. That again, like I'm not saying it always has to pass the eye test. You've got to win games where you don't look the best, but this is a game against one of these cellar dwellers. After a poor game against the Philadelphia Flyers on Tuesday, I'd like to see us dominate. And the Islanders draw a penalty.
Yep, going right on the penalty.
Alex Galchenyuk going to the box.
It was just lazy by Galchenyuk.
You look at a guy who, I mean, Galchenyuk was highly vaunted. Oh my God, hold on, psych. That was a penalty on Brock Nelson.
For what?
Oh,
Oh, maybe
what
both
the hell
guys
is the
going
penalty on
off.
Brock Nelson here?
I
They're going to give him a
don't know.
diving penalty or an embellishment penalty?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Holy crap. I think they're going to give him a diving penalty. Oh, bullshit. He did.
All right. No, he did take a dive. He absolutely took a dive. Here's the thing. I can't believe they called it, but
I can't believe they called that on Galchenyuk.
Well, 4-on-4. I guess we'll see Matt Barzal, right?
Yeah, my God. I mean, Brock Nelson didn't need to do that. He had, I mean, Galchenyuk had to stick on his hands a bit, and Brock Nelson's feet went out from underneath him. The puck kind of started dribbling away from him and skidding away from him, and his feet just went out like. Ugh.
And the whole thing is he didn't need to do that. It was so unnecessary. He was going to get that penalty called against him.
Or he was going to get that penalty for him, that penalty called for him because he did reach in on the hands, right, Grump?
Called against Galchenyuk. He was going to get that penalty call.
Okay, gotcha. Well, the good thing is we're going to have more open ice for Matt Barzal, Grump.
Yeah, but look who he's out there with. Well, there's Dobson. That's good. And then you have Average in front of the net. Beautiful. Look at him. Nothing. Just, I'll tell you what, awful reckless with the stick there by 14.
Yep.
Why is Pellick out there? Why is Pellick out there? Look at
this. Matt Barzal is doing it all. And
all by himself.
Oh, gee. Holy shit. Look at freaking Average Anders, man.
He looks like Chara on offense.
Oh, my God. They did a little panorama right behind him.
He doesn't move his feet. He doesn't move his feet.
Not well, at least.
He glides and reaches.
Oh, wow. We're lucky that Arizona was making a change right there because you had all four Islanders converging on the guy who had the puck like an 8 or 9-year-old soccer.
It's 5 or 6-year-old soccer.
Oh, even worse.
What's Chikrin's number? Do you know Chikrin's number?
I'll pull it up for you.
Because I am interested to see how he's performing as well. Not that we're going to acquire him. He's just one of the better players on their team. I wanted to see if he stands out at all. A little bit 2-on-1. That's interference by Parise. Got away with it. That was a prime time scoring chance right there. You saw it developing. Nice. Well, it was a penalty, but still nice comeback and hustle by Parise.
Number 6 is Chikrin, Grumpy.
Okay, Chikrin, number 6.
And we'll see him here. But I'll tell you, it's a pretty nondescript start to the game. Matt Barzal's looking, I mean, he was just pirouetting out there with the puck, just looking fantastic. And I thought that was borderline almost too many men on the ice for Arizona.
I don't know. Well, it looks like the penalties are over.
So the penalty's over. There it is. 5 guys back on the ice here apiece. I tell you, if you don't come out and really spank the Arizona Coyotes, I think it's a harbinger for bad.
Okay, but Arizona, to their credit, has played better lately. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You can't lose to them, but they're not the same team they were when we beat them earlier in the year. They're playing better.
And I can't say keep up too
much.
What,
they're letting a lot of those little stick slashes go. Chikrin's not real big either. He looks a little small to me.
Well, no, he's more the offensive minded guy.
Yeah.
And you're saying, okay, they're looking like, hey, they're starting to play better hockey as of late. Okay, the Arizona Coyotes in their last 5 have beaten the Devils, the Canadiens, and the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Sounds like us. That's the way we win games. I mean, I'm just saying they're playing better. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they're a great team. I'm not saying that they should beat us. They should not. I'm just saying they're playing better. Looks like a little rough stuff going here. Matt Martin, he's probably found somebody he can maybe beat up, but all for naught. Who's this guy? Who's their coach?
Couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Is that Michael Chiklis? Used to be on the Shield. Oh, Andre Torigny. First season as head coach. Probably his last as well.
We'll make sure. Look at this. This is his first time being a head coach as well. So, I mean, anytime you're coaching for the Arizona Coyotes, you got a tall uphill battle to fight. That's for certain.
Tall order. That's for certain. I mean, they're embracing, hey, we're in full rebuild. They don't know where they're going to spend next season. I mean, that's tough. We know that firsthand, right?
I tell you.
You kind of feel bad. I don't know how many fans they have, but you have to feel bad for them. I do anyway.
Ryan Narada used to coach in juniors for many, many years. So he coached in juniors, then he coached in Halifax. This is the first. He was in Ottawa as an assistant, and then this is his first job as a head coach.
So number 8 tripped over the blue line.
Oh, good gracious, good gracious! I'll tell you, we're not dominating any zone time so far. I mean, we're about 5 minutes in, Grump, and is it weird to say Arizona looks like they have good movement on on the offensive side of the puck for them? They're doing a good job of cycling and I think creating opportunities, not getting really any shots on net though.
They're not real talented, but they work hard and they can skate. Those are the things that give us problems. That said, I can't imagine, honestly, us losing to Arizona. It'd be hard to swallow if we lost to them, honestly.
Oh my God, what a bad
Terrible
pass!
pass by Chara. Terrible
Jesus
pass by
Christ,
Chara.
Chara. I mean, it leads to a turnover and a direct opportunity
Oh
for
my
the Coyotes.
gosh.
Good gracious. I mean,
Maybe,
Chara
maybe
that was an ill-advised pass. It was a long cross-ice pass with not much zip on it, and it gets intercepted and leads to an odd man break going the other way.
now Chara's resorted to cross-checking again.
Well, here's the thing. He doesn't get called for it, so I'm fine with it. If I'm a fan of the other team, I'm not happy. But, I mean, he gets away with all those because of his cachet.
They move.
That's what I say. The Arizona Coyotes have good movement. They aren't getting many shots, and they're not really penetrating much, but the movement is good. But, there's a lot still left to be desired if you're a Coyotes fan.
I mean, they're all, they're not really talented. They're just not. I mean, geez, what are we doing? We're just standing still.
I was about to say.
Standing still. The whole team just standing still.
We have not registered yet a shot on net.
I don't think they have either, have they?
They have got 2 shots registered on net. It's when I say the game has been very blah, here it is again. The Islanders in the third period of Tuesday's game against the Flyers didn't register a shot on net until more than 10 minutes and 30 seconds into the period. Right now, we're about over 7.5 minutes in, not a shot on net yet for the Islanders. It makes you think again. We have been struggling to put the puck on net, and here's another game against a team that is not good offensively that we just are struggling to create opportunities and put pucks towards the net on.
It's because we're not really good offensively. Just not.
Saying against the Coyotes, holy shit, Martin with a huge hit. I mean, albeit against a small defense, big hit by Martin. Yeah, big hit by Martin.
With that. I'll tell you what, 14 took that check and he read the play really well, and then he turns the puck over right in front of the net. I was just getting ready to compliment him for, taking a huge body check, being smart, and he's hooking right there. I mean, come on, that's a hook. Come on. Got to call
hook on who, Grumpy, for people just listening?
It was a hook on the Arizona, number 46.
Shane Gossespierre is number 14, by the way.
Okay. Number 46 had the hook. I mean, he was riding Martin in the boards. Matty B's out there. Sets up a big shot by Mayfield. Westwood doesn't even what's his name? Westwood?
Oh, yes, Westwood.
He doesn't know what the hell he's doing in goal right now.
Okay.
Everything you just complain how the Islanders aren't doing anything. Now they're just dominating, and Arizona looks like, hey, we remembered who we are now. There's a trip, no call on Matt.
Okay. No, there is a call, Grumpy.
I don't see the referee's hand up.
I want you to look at the back official, Grumpy. He's got the ref. He's got the hand up. You see him there. He's raising his hand like he's in class. He's got his hand up, man. Come on.
I was looking at the other official. I only saw one official. He didn't have his arm up. That's all.
Oh, man. A delayed penalty here for the Islanders. I'm just saying, you're saying dominating. I mean, we've had action in the Coyote zone. We are still not amounting to any shots or opportunities. So, but we've got comments, Grump, we're going to get to here because the Islanders are going to be on the power play. We still have no shots on net. This is now 9 minutes and 15 seconds into the first period. No shots on net. Drew L said, time for Barry to piss us all off again.
And he did.
Drew also saying, also Butch Goring has on game film. What does Butch Goring have on game film? Or what? Also, Butch Goring has film, maybe just film on Zach.
Also, Butch Goring has on game film of Zach Parise. So, in other words, he was showing game film of Zach Parise. So, what does that mean? We're going to make sure we continue to push that narrative how great a player, a totally cash Zach Parise is.
And a fantastic Zach Parise with 1 goal so far this season. Fantastic, Zach Parise. Alexander saying, hey, guys, oh, my God. If I have to hear Butch talk up Zach Parise one more time about how he's this and that, and also how he loves watching this guy play, I'm going to throw up.
I used to enjoy watching him play 15 years ago, but not anymore.
I'd even argue maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I enjoyed still watching Zach Parise play.
Right now is all I care about, and he sucks. He's just a guy who skates up and down the wing. That's what he does. He's a fourth liner. That's
he's a
what
guy
he
who puts forward hard effort, but do not expect any point production from him.
Right.
Simple as that. And then Alexander saying, talking about how he's the big next thing, like he's incredible. Yeah,
Next
yikes.
big thing.
Next, yeah. Warzone Senior Citizen says here, grumpy old man and the hydrated host TJ. That's it. That's us. Michael T saying, hey TJ, hey Grumpy, good to see you guys.
You too,
What's up,
Michael
T. Jake Bellows, probably related to Kiefer Bellows. No, I'm just kidding. Jake Bellows here says, watching Trots makes me sick. Thanks, Grump. LOL.
Yep, that's probably Keeper's son or Keeper's brother.
Okay, not his
The
son.
younger son, probably his brother.
Look at the Pellic Posse. Oh my God, this is actually a thing. The Pellic Posse, their social media page, and they love Adam Pellic. Oh, buddy, they tried to find a good picture of him because if you see his hairline, man, I got a bad hairline, but dude, Pellic's hairline is about 15 times worse.
I like when Shannon goes up in the crowd, though.
She's a person of the people. The Islanders have a power play opportunity, lose the face-off. Matt Barzal does, and the puck is cleared. A slashing call against the Coyotes that Matt Barzal drew. So
why didn't Average take the face off there?
Okay, I'll be honest with you. Oh, I hate this power play. I hate this power play. Or maybe Pajot did take maybe he did take the face off. But I tell you, I hate John Gabriel Pajot on the power play. Absolutely hate it. I'm sorry. I mean, like, we need guys who produce offense, guys who contribute. I was a big fan. I know he's not in the lineup. I liked it when Wahlstrom was out there on the ice with Kiefer Bellows, and as well as Anders Lee and Oliver Wahlstrom and Matt Barzal. That offensive pairing did a really good job. John Gabriel Pajot is just he's cashed, man.
Cashed. I don't know if he's cashed. He might still be hurt.
Dude, I'll be honest. That is a weak ass call.
Old Matty B took a diverino there.
That is, I was about to say, do you wonder why, they didn't give him any calls 2 years ago because he's doing shit like that.
But here's the thing, right? I called that when he was doing it as he first started. I'm like, he's got to watch it because he's drawing a lot of penalties, but man, he's doing a lot of flopping. And that's what wound up happening. The referees eventually say, no more of that.
Well, because they say, all right, I see this guy on film always flopping, and I see him never actually being, a penalty being committed against him, so he could be mugged, and they think he's just flopping. I mean, you do stuff like that, and you don't have the cachet of a guy like Sidney Crosby, you're not going to be able to continue to get away with it.
I don't understand why Anthony Ville just didn't take that shot. He was wide open about 15 foot out in front of the net, and he doesn't even look at it. Just passes right back to the point.
Holy shit, my God. And Parise goes right through.
Parise, the hero of Butch Goring, just, first he hits a guy in the crest, and that one he just misses totally. I don't know how a piece of garbage like that, totally finished, last 10 games of the season with Minnesota, healthy scratch, somehow gets power play, penalty kill, first line. Anything he wants to play, he plays.
Our power play. Do you think it's a coincidence, real quick, that our power plays look like shit as of recent? Do you think that's just a random coincidence now that we throw Jean-Gabriel Pajot third line center out there and we start throwing out these guys, Zach Parise on the power play? Do you think, it's a coincidence that our power play after we took Bellows, we take Wahlstrom out with less time, it just looked awful?
Like I said, the last time it looked good is when you had Bellows and Wahlstrom out there at the same time. Two guys just unconscious shoot the puck. Okay. That was the last time the power plays looked good.
I just asked you a question, and I mentioned that in the question, Grumpy. I said, do you think it's a coincidence?
Well, I just told you the last time they looked good. So,
well, I asked you a question. It wasn't.
You can draw your conclusion. I answered your question by saying that.
No, you didn't. Jesus Christ. Fair enough, Grumpy. But Islanders, okay, now they have 2 shots on net. Only 12 minutes into the game, 2 shots on net so far for the Islanders against the Arizona Coyotes. On pace. Oh, goodness. On pace, Grumpy old man, for a 12-shot evening.
Well,
I'm sure
it'll be more than that.
Yeah, I can extrapolate this and say, if we're going to shoot 12 shots tonight, we're only going to register, roughly about 1,000 shots on the season over an 82-game year. So, but
lad looks like he can skate.
I still see jump in his step. Look at Oliver Wahlstrom fighting for that puck. And, forecheck not enough there. But hold on. Look at the fight, Grumpy. Zach Parise still has fight. I know he lost the puck, but I like the effort.
Okay, see, that's the whole thing. Yeah, he fights hard and he loses the puck. You know what? You can find anybody in the AHL to do that. Anybody. Yeah, they hustle real hard and they turn the puck over. Ross Johnston does that too. I don't see him
And,
having
did you like to
highlight
see
footage still out there for
Ross
him.
Johnston? His suspension is officially over today, and we don't see him on the ice. We see Matt Martin still on the ice instead of Ross Johnston. Matt Martin is so freaking finished. Bellows, right? Bellows is the big item. He's out of the lineup. But you forget now, Ross Johnston is able to play, and despite, I think good performances, he's not playing still because, hey, Matt Martin's out there. Man, look at a few opportunities for the Coyotes, Grump.
Well, but the Coyotes do what they do. They just messed up that shot. Guy missed the shot. Hey,
Holy
Bailey
crap,
took a
Josh
shot.
Bailey with a shot.
Oh my gosh, Josh Bailey with the shot attempt. Don't worry. No risk of that happening again.
That's the first 5-on-5 shot attempt the Islanders have had today.
That's the first 5-on-5 shot attempt that Josh Bailey's attempted in 2 years.
Oh man. Oh God. I have a feeling that this is not going. Anybody who expected this game to have a whole bunch of fireworks and lots of scoring, I think you're going to be sadly mistaken. Neither goalie has really been tested this evening.
Nelson got away with a trip on Gotcha-Spare.
And here he is. Now
he's getting tough. See, he better watch it. Brock Nelson, everyone knows he's not tough. He could pick on little Shane Gotcha-Spare, but let anybody who's above 5'8", and we know how that turns out for Brock Nelson.
Oh, okay. Talk shit to anybody above 5'8", or mix it up with anybody above 5'8". Michael T says here, so a win tonight puts us over 500, right? Are we going to do it, or are we going to have a letdown?
I have to think we're going to win tonight. Don't you? Really?
Yeah, Grumpy. Here's the thing. What's going on, Grump?
Nothing's going on.
Oh, we got to plug it in. No worries. But I'm not. I'll tell you. This is a game we should win. It's how we're playing right now is disturbing, right? We talked about how we still have to win games. Yeah, we're coming with points. We're 7-1-1 over. Well, if we win tonight, we'll be 7-1-1 over the last 9 games. But the style that I've seen over the last few games has not been fantastic. We have looked. I mean, Tuesday we looked like we were hanging on for dear life through the majority of the Flyers game, and tonight we don't look very dominant against one of the worst teams in the NHL. They're bottom 5 team no matter what. Doesn't matter. Towards the end of the year, they're going to be bottom 5 in the NHL. And we just aren't looking great tonight.
Well, I think we played okay. I mean, we were a little bit slow to start, but I think we played okay. I mean, certainly since the power play, we've, for the most part, controlled the game, I feel. I mean, they had the one little flurry where they couldn't get a shot off coming in.
We have 3 shots on net over 13 minutes into the game, Grumpy. I wouldn't say we control anything. Both teams look extremely inept right now.
I'm just a little bit more positive than you are. That's all.
Okay. Well, you must not be watching it. Jacob Ben saying, are you guys going to show the game or nah? No, we can't. They'll take the stream down, so we can't show the game, but we'll comment on it as it happens. Warzone Senior Citizen says here, Barry Trotz is overpaid and overrated. He's an absolute dope of a head coach. And Drew L says, Jesus Christ, Barry. And then Brett W says, why not play, Wallstrom on the first line?
Not happening.
Mm-hmm.
Never going to happen.
Ooh, he didn't like the Gossosphere, kind of got a little high on him and hit him up. But I mean, they're just mixing it up a bit. Gossosphere kind of got a little punch in there trying to knock him off of his line there, Brock Nelson.
And Mayonnaise tried to grab him from behind there.
The Islanders look like they lose it off the point. Holy shit! Scott Mayfield squeaks one through.
I could tell that Wedgwood didn't even see that puck.
Nope. Did I go 5-hole?
Nope. It went short side.
Oh wow! Hey man, throw the puck
on. He didn't even see it. He didn't even see it.
Nope. Scott Mayfield scores a goal for us, though. We'll take it nonetheless. I mean, Wedgwood did not. You're right. Wedgwood did not see that puck at all, and we are able to cash in on that. And went 5-hole.
Okay. Here's the thing. He never even saw it. He never even saw it.
Holy crap. I honestly don't know how the hell it went through. It looked like he had an inch of available space, I think, in between his glove and his pad, and it just found that inch of space to squeak in through. The Islanders, nonetheless, though, take a 1-0 lead over the Arizona Coyotes, Grump.
Yeah, he had to Wedgwood had to have better positioning on there. You can't give up short side goals. Just can't. That's always on the goalie. Short side is always on the goalie.
Good job with the screen down low by Average Andrews, though, Grump.
I'm expecting a shutout from Sorokin tonight.
I mean, Arizona's offense is woeful. I think they're the only other offense that's worse than ours. And we catch this lead off of a poor misplay by the goaltender. Thank goodness in the netminder, and Wedgwood unable to see the puck. And a good screen by Anders Lee.
That's right. I was going to say, don't minimize what Anders Lee did there. for that screen that caused the whole thing.
Yeah. Hey, you got to take
And
what you can.
that's if you have too many undersized defensemen, that's what a big forward can do. They really struggle. I mean, here's the thing. The Islanders, their credit, they're just driving the net today, which is really what they need to do. Like I said, Arizona's not a good team, so you can get away with that, but still, like to see it.
Well, I'll be interested to see again what Arizona's response is. I don't think either team has looked dominant out there. I think it's been pretty uninspiring hockey is probably the best way to put it so far. But we still have the lead up 1-0. Grumpy. Look at that.
Assist by Barzal. I don't know how many games in a row he scored.
Yeah, and I tell you, he's on. Even though he's looked frustrated, it's good to see him still getting on a point sheet in that area. Back to comments, though. And then Michael T saying Simone Varlamov, Semyon Varlamov. I apologize. Want you to sigh says, "Damn, Ross Johnson is never playing again." Yeah,
he'll get every once in a while. He'll get a game, but it doesn't matter. That's not what Barry Trotz wants out there. He wants Matt Martin out there. He wants the same old gang back. The gang that failed 2 years in a row. That's what he wants.
Well, he wants a gang that failed here earlier on the season. It's not the same season from 2 years ago, Grumpy. It's not the same team because we've added additional players, but it's the same team that we had out there for that miserable losing streak to start the first half of the season. But it was a nice wraparound attempt there by Brock Nelson, Grump, that was stopped by Wedgwood.
Yep.
I mean, this period has gone by, I think, relatively quickly. I mean, there's only about 3 minutes left in action. Hasn't been a lot of high opportunities to score either this period.
Not a whole lot of stoppages in play.
No, I was about to say, it's been quick. Better watch out. I mean, I thought Matt Barzal kind of got a stick in on the hands of the Arizona Coyotes. Happy he didn't go ahead and.
But here's the thing, right? As much as we like Jarnak's play, he's not a first liner.
No,
that's not even his skill set. See, that's the type of thing that just drives me crazy. He puts guys where their skill sets don't dictate where they should be.
Oh my goodness! Look at that! Sky Mayfield with another assist here. I think that was Zarnak who deflects that in the net. I have to assume that shot by Mayfield was purposefully. It was a snap. It was like a snap pass, purposely off target, and Zarnak's able to redirect that one into the net.
No, I'm going to say no on that.
Do you think he just missed it? I think he
was taking a shot, and good things happen, but he was taking a shot there.
Oh no, maybe not. I think that's a pass. Look at that. That's more designed towards a pass, and he was hoping that it maybe went to Anders Lee. But you talk about, do you see who that was who didn't mark his man on the defensive side of the puck? Jacob Chychrun, ladies and gentlemen. Jacob Chychrun. The guy we need to trade for. Remember that? Yeah, he just completely mismarked his man. It's not like that guy's a rookie yet in the league. That guy's an NHL veteran. Poor job by Chychrun, not marking Zarnak.
To me, he's not that good. It's certainly not what's anything this team needs.
I tell you. So
he has so many bigger problems than that Jacob Chychrun's not going to solve.
Yeah, and people complain anytime any of our young defensemen make a mistake like that. I mean, Chychrun not putting up the points and makes defensive mistakes blatant like that. I mean, hey, it's a good job. Good job by Mayfield, dude. Mayfield looks dialed in tonight. I like it.
Well, he's shooting the puck a little bit more.
But dialed in nonetheless, right, Grumpy?
It's easy to be dialed in against Arizona.
Yep.
He's taking chances he normally wouldn't take. You can do that against a team that really blows like Arizona. I mean, like I said, we're just down on the front foot. This game's over. I guarantee we're winning today.
I mean, I'm about to say 2-goal deficit for the Arizona Coyotes. I don't know if they're going to overcome that.
How many shots on goal does Arizona have? What, 3 or 4? Not many.
Shots on goal right now for Arizona 3. Yep, and now the Islanders are up to 8.
Yeah. Like I said, you could see after that power play, when that power play happened, we've taken over since then. And that's what I'd expect, honestly.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
I'm just going to give you a quick update on some of the other scores in second period.
Well, don't worry, Grump. We can go ahead and get to more comments. I'm just trying to tap a tweet here. Anthony R says, I can't stand Barry. I really can't. His logic with his lineups is moronic.
Submoronic.
John Smith saying Bellows got punished. Like we said, he was set up by Trotz.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. It's so obvious.
Kevin H says, could Varley be trade target for the Edmonton Oilers? They are desperate for a reliable goalie, and a trade with Edmonton would go a great way for us to boost our offense as offensive oriented players are all the Oilers have.
They're not going to trade. I don't want. First of all, I definitely don't want to trade for any players. Absolutely not. And they said they're unwilling to trade draft capital. So, for me, and they're not even in the playoff hunt right now. They're out of the playoff picture. They're not going to be making a trade for Varlamov being out of the playoff picture. I don't see them making a move for a goalie right now. Don't see it happening.
Meatball Parm says, good evening, gentlemen. Good evening, Meatball Parm. Who doesn't love a little meatball parmesan? Gonna be a little meatball parm. Yes. Michael T says, Chara scores tonight with a little winky face. Well, I'm not sure about that. And Tony Cheese saying, hey, girls, what's up, Tony Cheese? Hey, I'll tell you, though, it hasn't been a fantastic period, but the Islanders are up 2-0 nonetheless. Got to like the result.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
I still would like to see us by the end of this game kind of look a little more dominant because, I mean, tomorrow's Toronto game, we talk about those barometers when we start playing teams that are playoff caliber teams, like how we looked very uninspiring against the Washington Capitals like last week. It's going to be interesting to see how we look against a team like in Toronto, who is a playoff caliber team, when we're not playing, again, the bottom 5, bottom 10 teams in the NHL.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much more dominant you want us to look. I mean, since the opening couple of minutes, we've totally carried the action. I mean, look at Matt Martin getting
Matt Martin mixing it up over here. That didn't really come up too much. They're just hugging each other. Liam O'Brien and Matt Martin mixing it up. Okay. Hey, they're still fighting.
Still throwing some punches, but everybody's tied up.
I was about to
say, get an uppercut in. Awful tough with all this equipment on.
Oh my God!
She got the pad off the elbow.
Dude, Matt Martin taking a punishment in this fight.
He's hitting the body blow.
Oh my God, dude! Matt Martin just took
one.
He
wants to come over the top. I know he wants.
Oh, Martin exchanging a few to the chops.
No, he hit him in the shoulder pad.
Oh, baby. O'Brien got one. He said, how you doing, Matty? Boom, right in the face. O'Brien pumping up his team. Let's go, Coyotes.
Yeah, he's yelling at his bench.
He's like, we need some energy, damn it. Oh, Matt Martin, no, dude. He did take that one. He connected right on the jaw. Ooh, grumpy. Look at that. I hope they see it. Oh, okay. O'Brien was looking
like, you want to go? Okay.
Martin's like, hell yeah. Oh, good gracious, man. Oh, man. Who doesn't love a hockey fight? Who doesn't love a hockey fight?
I love it. I bet everybody's sitting down. No one's watching. Oh, no, let's not have any violence. No. Everybody's yelling and screaming. I guarantee it.
John Smith says, also, this means Varlamov against the Leafs. I don't think that's the best choice. I agree. That the goaltending matchups we throw out there just do not make much sense to me. Again, it seems like managing the players on the active roster and who he throws out there and what line combinations we see are one of those things that just is mystifying for me, at least.
Now Barry will come out today like a hero. Oh, look at the lineup changes. We're fantastic.
I played Sarnak, and that was a great decision. Sarnak should have never left the lineup. Newsflash, Sarnak played really well. He should have never left the lineup. Guess what? Casey Cizikas should have had to fight to earn his spot back because Sarnak was playing that well. And guess what? When Bellows was playing well like that, you should have left him exactly where it was. You should have made Parise or Palmieri or Parise fight to earn his spot back.
That's not the way it works. But to put Zarnik on the first line, it's not his skill set, like I was mentioning earlier, just before he scored. That's not his skill set. He's not a first-line player. You got Kiefer Bellows when he was in the lineup playing bottom six. He's a top six player. Then you have guys who are bottom six players playing in the top six. It's just ass backwards, honestly.
Warzone Senior says, Bailey's so bad. How the heck do you pass that opportunity wide open in the slot and he passes? That's the thing that always drives everybody, I think, nuts about Josh Bailey.
His weakness as a player is what puts me over the edge.
Yeah, I tell you, Alexander saying, yeah, that pass was what a freaking idiot. Yoda says Islanders about to lose to the Coyotes. Laughing my ass off. No. That was made earlier, but we're gonna get to the comments. Nick D says, TJ Grump, how you guys doing tonight? Do you think Varlamov will play tomorrow night? If so, do you wonder if the Islanders are trying to build his trade worth?
You have to have a trade partner. I mean, here's the thing. Would you rather, I'm going to say again, would you rather have Marc-Andre Fleury or Semyon Varlamov? Because both guys have to be available, right? I'd rather have Fleury. That's what I would do.
Okay, here's the thing. Fleury hasn't played great hockey this year. I don't think Varley has played fantastic either, but Varley still has some sort of cap certainty where Marc-Andre Fleury does not.
Well, it's a stopgap. It's a stopgap. That's all you're trading for.
Yeah, a stopgap of a guy who's not playing well and he's 39 years old. You just think maybe he's not playing well because he's past his peak. I know he just won the Vezina last year, but goalies can sometimes be hot.
I'm going to say no to that. If you're asking me who's a better goalie, it's Marc-Andre Fleury. It's not even close. It's not even close.
I think Marc-Andre Fleury. You talk about how sometimes old veterans, they don't get better. They don't age like fine wine. They age like vinegar.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to tell you what. It's Marc-Andre Fleury. If you put Semyon Varlamov on Chicago's team, he'd have a 4.5 goals against average.
You think so?
Yeah, they don't play any defense there.
Oh my God, that was bad offsides. What a bad offsides! Oh my goodness,
couldn't hold his water there.
Nick D says Mike Chiklis. He was on the Fantastic Four.
He was also in the show The Commish, but I'll always remember him as Vic Mackey of the Shield.
James F saying, I'm at the E game again. Just had the Chow's chicken and egg roll to die for.
James is hitting all the eating establishments at the arena, isn't he?
Yep. I want you to read this comment, but I want you to sigh grumpy, and I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. I can't believe it. Not even 45 minutes in, and TJ's got to go take a potty break. Wait, they scratched Bellows for Jarnac and put him on the first line? Is this a setup too? So we will stop praising him after the first line doesn't do anything again. Well, like I said, it's easy for them to not play Jarnac. It's tough when you don't play, when Bellows is performing, so you have to lower his stock a little bit. So how do they do that? They put him on the first line, playing his off wing, which he's never done before. That's the end of the first period, by the way, 2-0 Islanders. So you wind up lowering expectations for Bellows. Then you dump him down to the third line. And then after that, he's out of the lineup, which is what he wanted to begin with. I mean, Barry Trotz, if he had his druthers, Keeper Bellows would never play. And so he got what he wanted. TJ asked earlier in the week, well, why did they do this with Bellows right now? I said, because he needed a little bit of time to get him off the ice. And it took 2 games, and he got him off the ice. I think it coincides with Palmieri coming back within next couple of games. So your first line now has a guy who's really a third at best, third line player in Jarnac. And then, for me, it's just frustrating. I don't know how everybody else feels, but that's just the way I feel about it. I mean, it just is what it is at this point. Like I said, that was my one concern. I was willing to give Barry a little bit of slack if he would have played the young guys when he came back, but he went right back to being Barry, which really shouldn't have surprised any of us, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Grumpy, I figured you'd be able to take that one. It's right up your alley too. Meatball Parm says Bailey open for a shot in the slot, but passes out of it. Butch complaining. I like it. Drill saying we're looking atrocious tonight. Here's the thing, Grump. I know that we're leading right now. It wasn't a dominant period by us. I mean, we're lucky that Mayfield puts the first one in. Wedgwood just looks bad on that first attempt. Couldn't see the puck. And honestly, the second goal by the Islanders, good job by Mayfield identifying, and he gives that slap pass. It was I think intended originally for Anders Lee, who was tied up, but Jacob Chikrin, ladies and gentlemen, everybody's so hot. Hey, the Islanders need to bring in Jacob Chikrin. He's going to help solve all our problems. Let's bring in Jacob Chikrin. Completely doesn't mark Austin Zarnak down low, and the Islanders score. Guess what? That type of shit doesn't fly here for Barry Trotz.
What's he, like a -25 this year, Chikrin?
I think is it worse than that?
I don't know. I think I don't know what it is. It was like -27, but they won a couple of games, so I gave him +2. So I'll just say -25.
-28, -29 now at least.
There you go. Okay. Like I said, he's terrible.
Tony Cheese saying, I was listening to the pregame interviews today, and Barry Trotz was saying how the Islanders have to win this game or the season over. Tony Cheese got my ass freaking again.
I can't believe you got played like that again.
Okay, you don't have to read it out loud. I'm not reading every comment. That's why sometimes you'll see us put something that we don't want on the screen occasionally. Doug R says, F you, Barry, da, 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 da. F you, Barry, da, 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 da. And then Michael T says, we seem to play up to par with whatever team we're playing. They have no team identity. They're just a neutral, stagnant team. Team vanilla.
Okay. Man, Michael T. speaking trash about his team. Can't believe it.
Ryan B says, this team's pathetic.
Yeah, we played better after we got that power play. We played better. And I thought we carried the action. So,
oh, well, fair enough. I guess that's one. Beast Gaming 12 says, to be honest, the Islanders look good. I don't know what you're talking about. We've won a lot lately, and we had a great shift. Let's go Islanders. Love Islander fans, though. Honestly, Zach sucks, but it's my opinion. He does put lots of effort in, though.
Anybody can put in effort. You got to produce at the NHL level. 37 years old. He's never getting any better. Why give him any ice time?
Here's the thing. Zach Parise, I think if we had like a hole on the fourth line, I think Zach Parise would be a really good fourth liner. The effort's there. He could be an energy guy. He might slide in 5 or 6 goals in a season. But to say, oh, we're going to play Zach Parise on the power play. Okay. Oh, we're going to play Zach Parise on the penalty kill. I'm fine with that. Oh, we're going to play Zach Parise out there on the third line. I mean, Parise winds up playing 14, 15 minutes on average a night. Is that successful for a team? I have no problem with them playing 10, 11 minutes like a fourth line should.
Not a team that wants to be a winner.
I think to myself, I'm like, when I see Zach Parise on a power play, it's like when I used to see Cal Clutterbuck on a power play. The only reason you should have Cal on a power play is because you have a litany of injuries.
Yeah, I mean, he is what he is. I mean, but they love the old guys, period. That was their big free agent signing. He and Chara, their big free agent moves this offseason. How's that worked out for you?
Zach Parise averages 14 minutes and 28 seconds of ice time a night. Just let that sink in. 1 goal. Plays on the power play, 1 goal this season. Jeremy F says here, good evening, fellas. It's Friday. Hope you guys have a great show and weekend. How good does Barzal look tonight? He's just flying.
Looked good early on, that's for certain.
He's fantastic. I tell you. Fantastic Matt Barzal is. And he, even though he's looked frustrated, man, he has looked when he's on, there's nobody on the opposing team that can stop him. Michael T said, should we trade Jean-Gabriel Pageau?
They're not trading him.
No, they're
not trading him.
Nor should they. Oh, I tell you, every time I watch that Wedgwood goal, the first goal against, it looks weaker and weaker.
He didn't see it. Let's give Anders Lee credit there, right? I mean, I'll bag on Anders Lee.
I give Anders Lee credit. I'm just saying, goalie, me. He's supposed to be kind of. And again, Arizona's got to clear the guys out in front of the net. You see that the first goal, right? A good screen by Anders Lee, and Wedgwood can't see it, results in a goal. The second goal, Chychrun does not mark his man down low, and it results to a goal 4. I mean, you look at the 2 goals we've got in the dirty area. So, hey, get down in the dirty areas there. You're gonna reap rewards against the Coyotes. At least the Islanders have so far.
When your team doesn't have a whole lot of talent, you got to score a lot of ugly goals. That's the key to our success, right?
Tony Cheese says, I think that Pellick Posse has a YouTube page too. It's called Bathtub Jake. Just analyzes Pellick's game, and it's pretty funny. So if you're wondering why the Pellick Posse,
I wonder if he's got a little rubber ducky in the tub with them.
Rich A said no Wallstrom on the power play. I thought he was on a power play. Was he not? Oh God,
I thought he was.
Drew L says, should Nelson have taken that shot though? Yes, he should have there in that spot. James F saying, wait, they put Sorokin in tonight and Varlamov in tomorrow. I don't like that idea. Neither do I. Just kind of doesn't make sense.
Well, this way, if Varley has a good game, maybe you can go back to playing Varlamov most of the time. That'll be the next step in Barry's failed plan for a successful season.
When I'm watching that Grump, I mean, has Varlamov been a fantastic goalie against Toronto?
He's never been a fantastic goalie. He's a solid goalie who's really good in our system. That's what he is. He's never been a fantastic goalie ever in his entire career. He's a solid goaltender. That's what he is. Solid. He's had a couple of better years than average, a couple of worse years than average. He's just a solid goalie.
Just to give you guys the split really quickly on Varlamov against Toronto Maple Leafs, 13 career games played against the Maple Leafs, an 8.89 goal, an 8.89 save percentage, and a 3.50 goals against average.
Well, there you go. Smart move, Barry. Maybe he got the scouting reports from each goalie mixed up. Maybe Sorokin will play back-to-back as well. Who knows?
Dude, he didn't play back-to-back just recently. And this, again, he's only played 13 games against the Toronto Maple Leafs, but an 8.89 save percentage and a 3.50 goals against average. Like, I could understand if Varlamov was out there posting a 9.5 save percentage and a 1.5 goals against average. I'm like, okay, play him against Toronto for certain. The numbers against Toronto don't look fantastic, though.
Yeah, well, like I said, we don't know what's going on tomorrow. I'm just focusing on today.
Okay,
fair enough. Try to live in the moment.
Oh, is that
Namaste.
what it is?
Namaste, people.
Jeremy F. says, ever since Trotz came back and Bellows is off the power play, it's just not producing. I've noticed the same thing.
Yeah, well, he doesn't care. Doesn't care about that. His number one agenda is making sure that he plays the old guys.
Harley,
for whatever reason.
Harley the Salami says 9 minutes and a shot on goal. Michael T saying here, Pajot would definitely get us a first rounder.
Cost us a first and a second a year and a half ago. Think about that. Cost us a first and a second. You think he'd get a first? I don't think you get a first rounder for him.
Beast Gaming 12 says Ross Johnston is better than Matt Martin for certain. I agree. I'm glad that Matt Martin threw, Anson Carter. I love Anson Carter. I'm glad Matt Martin threw down the gauntlet and challenge. He was able to fight O'Brien. Yeah, but could you imagine Matt Martin? I mean, Ross Johnston's a better fighter than Martin, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's just a better player at this point in time. Just is.
Tony Cheese saying Josh Bailey took a shot, but wasn't trying to get it in.
Absolutely. It was one of those weak ass Josh Bailey take it up the ass shots that he likes to do. That was just easily kicked out. That's exactly what it was.
Jake B saying my dad and Kiefer's dad are cousins. Well, there you go.
See,
there it is.
Where you can tell your dad, you can tell Kiefer that the Islanders Never Say Die podcast really supports them, and we hate Barry Trotz because how he's treating your cousin Jake.
Yeah.
He's treating him like trash. You know it. We know it.
Oh, goodness. Nick D says, you guys said it last time. Barry's overrated. You're so correct. Every time I see the lineups, it just drives me nuts. I can't stand Barry Trotz. Here's the thing. We're going to win tonight. The Arizona Coyotes are awful. Awful. 10 wins on the season. 10 wins on the season, Grump. 10.
And I'm sure once certain websites will come out and say things like, it's all part of Barry's master plan to go down by 20 points in the playoffs and then close out with a flourish and win a Stanley Cup. Yeah, keep dreaming.
Tom W says here, until we get some scoring punch, we have to rely on our defensive game to win games.
True.
Yep, for certain we do. And here's the thing. I don't think that Sorokin was tested once so far in the first period, which again, it makes the choice to start Sorokin today even more questionable unless you're going to play him tomorrow. But
maybe he gets back to back because let me tell you something. He hasn't had much to do today. Just stand around on the ice pretty much.
Thomas B saying here, I'm sorry, but this team is so boring. It is more of a lack of talent than more than anything else.
That's why we play this style, because we're not talented. When you're not talented, if you want to win, you have to play a button-up defensive style. Period. That's why that's where Barry Trotz is good. On teams that don't have a lot of talent, he's a good regular season coach. He really is. But that's why he really doesn't win in the playoffs, because you get, first of all, out-talented and just outsmarted because he can't deviate from his plan. I mean, if you are not able to make adjustments on the fly, you're going to lose every time. Every time.
A score! James F was saying here first. 1-0. Mayfield pounds one home. Bailey with this shitty shot. I can't believe Wedgwood has a 9.38 save percentage. He's garbage. It was against the Islanders last year. So
yeah, it was against us last year.
Mm-hmm. And then Rich A says, I think Barry would sit Wallstrom if he could.
That could be coming. Do not be surprised.
Do you really think he would sit Oliver Wallstrom?
If Jarnac keeps performing, Wallstrom will sit, and you'll see Palmieri play in the first line. That's step 2.
Here's the thing. Sarnak should play, but Wahlstrom should not sit. Parise should sit. You've got the energy guy. Zarnak at least is putting. Have you looked at Austin Zarnak's numbers since he's been playing? And again, it wasn't like it was a beautiful goal. It was just a hey, I would happen to be in the right spot at the right time and I deflected in the net. But have you seen Austin Zarnak's stats, Grump?
I have not, but I know he's performed well for us when given a shot. COVID gave the other players a chance to play, and we looked better.
So
Period.
I'm going to pop this up on screen, Grumpy, for you. And again, Zarnak just added a goal to this tonight. So he's played now 10 games for the Islanders, has 2 goals and 3 assists so far.
Pretty good.
And he's a plus as well on the season. So
pretty good, right?
All I'm saying is I think Wahlstrom should continue to play. When Kyle Palmieri comes back, Austin Zarnak should play the left wing. He should play again. He's malleable in nature. He's a center by nature, but he's played on the wing for them before. It's not his natural position. Austin Zarnak should not be taken out of the lineup, and neither should Oliver Wahlstrom.
If someone's going to sit, if Zarnak, here's the caveat: if Zarnak keeps playing like he's playing right now, Oliver Wahlstrom will be the guy to sit. Book it right now. Book it. Do not be surprised. But Jarnak has to keep performing. That's the key.
James F saying, guys, just Pelik's hairline on the big scenes, on the big screens. Oh God. Oh yeah, I know his hairline. Something else. Beast Gaming said, "LOL, the Eastern Conference Finals is a fail.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Winning the Stanley Cup is the goal. You didn't do it. 2 years ago, we wouldn't even have made the playoffs. Last year, we beat a non-existent goalie in the first round and guy with a torn hip labrum. We did not make it to the finals. This group is not good enough to win a Stanley Cup Finals, period. If you're not first, you're last. Ricky Bobby.
Okay, here's the thing. I think it's taking steps in the right direction, but this year has to be cup or bust, right? You make it to the Eastern Conference Finals in back-to-back seasons. Your team said you were all in for the cup. Trotz said this is cup or bust. It's the same mentality that Lou has taken. So this year, my opinion, has always been cup or bust. And when you're on the outside, and I'm talking about really on the outside looking in, that's disappointing. And you should be disappointed as a fan. I mean, here's the thing. If we don't make the playoffs this year and they don't majorly restructure and retool this team, I'm telling you, it's something that you should be upset with as a fan because it's about taking the next step. It really is, right? We're getting up the mountain. It's about time we want to get on top of the mountain. We want to be the guy on the pinnacle.
The rock is rolling on top of us right now. That's what's happening. You push to the top. Now the rock is pushing back, going to roll over us. That's what happened. Last year was it for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then Drew L said, you think that Pelik's hairline, he's about 33 and not 28. No, yeah.
I'm going to say 38, not 28.
The Coyotes goaltender. Yep, it was a slap pass for certain. And then Michael T said, holy crap, I checked my laundry and to go to the bathroom, and it's 2-0 now. I'll tell you. Drew L saying Barry's livid that Zarnak scored.
True. He wanted to be average Anders. Parise. I mean, Parise, he's like, Zach, I'm putting you out there 40 minutes a night. Can you put some points up?
And then Want You to Sigh says, plan to bury Zarnak is not going to work. That was a pass by Mayfield. Give him credit. Oh, for certain. I love that. It was a great play by Mayfield. Jeremy Ford said, poor timing on Zarnak roasting Grump. I do agree that Zarnak should be a third or fourth line guy. Either way, Zarnak should be playing each night. Yes.
Just because I say he's not a first line player is not roasting him. That's not his skill set. All right, he scored a goal. And just as I was talking about it, he scored. Yes.
Just as you were talking shit, he has it. He always listens. He is a consistent listener, Austin Zarnak. I could tell you from a very reliable source. Every time he's out there on the ice, he actually has an earpiece in. If we were doing a live stream during the game, he's like, oh shit, let me hear what the Islanders never say. Grumpy's talking shit. Boom! Take this one, Grump. Boom! That's what happens.
Great. I love that. I'm just saying that for me, anyway, he's just a third or fourth line player. He's not a first line player. He's not a second line player. It's not his skill set. You could still score from there, but that's not your skill set. He's a grinder. That's why you don't sign grinders to long-term deals, because they're a dime a dozen.
John Smith says, how many games was Parise on that first line? Sarnak's first game on the first line, he ties Parise in goals. Well, here's the thing. Zarnak has even more goals than Zach Parise now, which is the odd part about this. I mean, Zarnak has played 10 games, has 2 goals, 3 assists.
What is it? Is something in Parise's contract? I mean, they're focusing on Parise again.
I don't get
He
it.
didn't do shit.
Oh, man, he put a shot on net there. Fantastic. Here's the thing. That's a very, very savable shot, deep, a weak-ass wrister. Oh, he's looking for yeah, and then we're going to show the one where he got in position but was unable to amass a shot. Here's the thing. He puts effort on the ice. That's good. I like to see the effort. He's a fourth-line guy, but guess what? Zarnak's also a fourth-line guy, and so is
I can find 100. I mean, 100 guys in the AHL who can hustle like that. 100, maybe 200.
And don't get me wrong. We like the hustle we see out of Zach Parise. Don't confuse it and don't mix it up. I like the effort I see, but just to see the broadcast continually talking about, oh man, he's a workhorse out there.
Now he's taking Martin's spot on the fourth line. Maybe they're just going to be triple shifting him all night. It's a Zach Parise show.
The Zach Parise show. And then Michael T said, "That's it. Playoffs, here we come."
Oh, yeah, they're on TV. You can watch them all.
Yeah, you got a comment here from Michael T or Tom White saying here, Mayfield only has to be half awake versus Arizona. Any other team, he gets exposed.
Right. That was my whole thing. You get away with that against Arizona. Oh my gosh. What a that's Arizona shooting right there. Number 86. Oh
Christ, I tell you, they're woeful. I know you said they've really started to button things up as of late.
No, what I said was they're playing better as of recently. That's all I said. I didn't say that they were setting the world on fire. I knew that's how you try to push it. I didn't say that. Oh my gosh, what the hell, Chara? Turning the puck over. My God. Let's see if we can let woeful Arizona back in the game.
Yeah, and that's the thing you always think about.
Did you see Chara bungle that one right to the front
Anton
of the net?
Strawman, the old defenseman for the Tampa Bay Lightning, Grumpy. Anton Strawman.
He should be a guy we should be looking to pick up. He's finished.
He's still too young yet, Grump. Give him another 3 years. Then we'll be all in on Strawman.
Here's the upcoming NHL draft. The Coyotes have 3 firsts and 5 seconds. Like I said, it's all about the future for them. Now, you know what? If I'm an Arizona fan, hey, you got something to look forward to anyway.
Dude,
what the hell?
They've been in the perpetual rebuild for their entire career. They've been in the perpetual rebuild for years and years.
They made the playoffs a couple of years ago. When
okay,
they had
Max Domi, yeah, but one time they make the playoffs, Grump. It's not enough. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm just disappointed how we came out to play the second period. To be honest with you.
Here's the thing: you would expect the Arizona we didn't. You said, "Hey, we look dominant." We didn't look dominant in the first period.
I totally
Scott Mayfield got a shot that was a good job of screening, fighting down low for Anders Lee, and a great pass, a great slap pass there by Scott Mayfield, and we go up and on the redirection of Austin Zarnak. I didn't think we looked fantastic. We haven't been like, oh, we're looking dominant. We're holding a lot of time possession in their zone, rattling off shots, but you would have to expect Arizona to come out, with a great effort in the second period. They're down 2-0 against the Islanders.
I wonder if anybody asked after Parise's pathetic performance on the first line, what did you think about the chemistry between Parise and Barzal, since you went out of his way to rip bellows about that chemistry? I wonder if he said anything about Parise.
How many more of these cross ice passes can be intercepted by Arizona cross ice passes could be intercepted?
There's no pace on the passes. They're just floated. They're just floaters.
And look at everybody on the ice. Arizona and Islanders are just falling. The ice surface is shit here at UBS. Oh my God. Look at Arizona. What a bad turnover. And the Islanders are able to take possession.
That's nowhere near as bad as the Char one that just happened about 2 minutes ago, which was infinitely worse.
Chara, when Pulak is going to come back, Chara's going to be out there on the ice every night. I wonder if they're going to sit Chara in the second.
What do you mean every night? He's out there every night now as it is. He never sits.
I'm saying when Pulak comes back, he'll be out there every night still.
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, Pulak has no effect on Chara.
I'm just
at all on Chara. He's a left-handed defenseman. Pulak's a right-handed defenseman.
Ooh.
The only one it's going to affect is Noah Dobson.
Well, no, hold on. You're talking about Pulak plays the opposite side of Pelech. Pelech plays the opposite side of Chara.
Pulak, Mayfield, and Dobson are the right-hand defensemen. Pelech, Chara, and Green are the left-hand defensemen. So there is, oh my God, Wedgwood. Oh, he's doing his best Tristan Jarry impression there.
I apologize, Grump. You're right. Chara and Pelech play the same side. Okay, for whatever reason.
I for some reason, I know you don't understand that a lot of times. That's why I feel like I had to repeat it over and over.
Here comes Matt Martin finally out of there. And then Beast Game 12 says, stop with the Barry slandering. We've been amazing with him as coach. He is a good coach. He's a really, really good coach. It's the only that we have problems on two things, Beast Gaming, with him. The lineup, holy shit, Wedgwood. My God. I know his goals against average was good against the Islanders last year, but Jesus, does he look shaky.
Last year.
Yep. There's two problems we always have with Barry. The lineups he throws out there are mystifying at times. And again, that goes from goalie all the way to forwards. And how he treats the young players and talks about them to the media as compared to how he treats the veterans and how long of a leash he gives them. That's the type of stuff that drives us nuts. The only two issues I've got. I mean, yeah, I would like for him to integrate more of an offensive style a little bit, but I don't have a lot of issues. I mean, if I'm listing issues, those are them.
Yeah. I just don't think he's as great as people think.
He's listed.
He's a very good regular season.
And I'm like, top 5, okay. Top 5 is arguable. Top 10 is definite.
I'll go top 10. He's a very good coach, a very good regular season coach. Very good. He's just not a very good playoff coach. Period.
How would you? He made it to the Eastern Conference Finals back-to-back years.
I don't give a shit. He's only made it past the second round of the playoffs 4 times his entire 30-year career,
and twice here in the last 2 years.
Whoop-de-doo. Because the Metro division was down. That's the reason why.
Oh, well, I'll tell you, grumpy old man. Going to get back to comments here. Nick D saying rumors here that the Oilers might go after Fleury, but it's a rumor.
I don't even see them making a move for him. I mean, if you're Chicago, do you want players or you want draft capital? If you're a young team or a building team, you want draft capital. You don't want a player. I mean, Patrick they don't have a whole lot of draft capital left.
Patrick A saying, you're high. They're not just hugging, they're throwing fists, and neither have helmets. Yeah, when I said that, it was still kind of just like, I thought it was dying down a bit. But yeah, at the end, they're definitely throwing fists. Rick C says here, hey, TJ and Grump, let's go Islanders.
Let's go.
Want you to decide says Liam O'Brien is an awful fighter. Martin is done. He can't fight it. He can't even fight anymore.
You know what I find interesting? Sorokin hasn't even broken a sweat yet.
It's a good save, too, on a Galchenyuk redirect. A good save, right? Unmarked.
Right? That's because you can never get beat short side. No, it wasn't that. He really didn't lock it up. He doesn't even have a sweat. He's not even worked up a sweat yet. His hair was dry. I mean, you should at least have a sweat going, no? I mean, that just shows you how inept Arizona is. They're terrible.
And then James F says here, Coyotes got the worst logo in uniforms.
They're hideous.
I like their logo.
I hate it. Ugh. If it's a fan, I wouldn't even buy their jersey.
Ooh, they're getting a few shot opportunities. You talk about how Sorokin's not been worked, right? Arizona's trying to put a little bit of a press on.
I don't think anything is going on net, though.
Probably. I'll be honest. Looks like we're blocking a lot of the shots, or they're going wide. So
they're going wide.
But at least they're keeping pressure in our zone right now. It's not resulting in anything, that's tangible for them. And they can't keep the puck in. Jesus Christ.
That's that 48 kid again.
Oh, God almighty, Grump. I tell you. Ugh. Man, oh man, let me go ahead and pull it up. I got to pull up who it is out there on the ice for the Coyotes. I'm not familiar with their lineup too much. You mean 46, Grumpy?
46.
Oh, yeah. Lybushkin. Eli Lybushkin. Yeah, Lybushkin.
I mean, when you go to Arizona, you have to figure your career's over. I could see Chara going there next year.
Stop. He needs to hang it up. You think he's going to try to play another season?
How much you want to bet we try to re-sign him next year?
Bullshit. No way.
Okay.
No way. I just couldn't see that happening. Drew L says, that's the Scott Wedgwood I know and love.
Yeah, he's terrible. I couldn't believe his numbers that good against the Islanders last year.
And then Jeremy F saying here, Barzal with a couple of helpers tonight. Love to see a 5-pointer and really get his confidence going.
Oof, average. Just so average.
I would like to see that too, Jeremy, to answer that. Lou R saying fight should have been Mayfield for the hat trick.
Gordie Howe hat trick.
Yeah, absolutely, Grump. Oh, Grumpy, you do pinkies up when you drink? Look at that.
Sometimes.
Oh, goodness. When you're feeling fancy, when the
That's
Islanders are snacking the Coyotes, you do pinkies up. Oh, goodness. James F saying, please tell me Sorokin's playing tomorrow. I would like to, I'd hope so, but
Sorokin's playing tomorrow. How about that?
Don't
know if it's true or not, but
if Varlamov gets traded, who takes his place?
Who cares? We don't need another goalie. I mean, the season's over, so we don't need another goalie.
Oh, stop. Oh, man, oh, man.
Because here's the thing. This game, yeah, I feel we're going to win it. This game to me means nothing because you have to beat these pathetic teams. It's how do you match up against the better teams in the league?
We'll see tomorrow against Toronto. We'll see tomorrow against Toronto.
Right. That's right. See, that's the whole thing. If we come out and play well and beat Toronto, okay, that's a step in the right direction. If we get beat by Toronto, which would not surprise me at all, it's just same old, same old. We can't beat a team who's a playoff team. We're going to have to beat a lot of playoff teams to have any shot of even being in contention for a playoff spot.
Do you think if let's say we lose tomorrow to Toronto, how many excuses of, well, they're playing a back-to-back are we going to hear?
I don't buy any excuses anymore. There are no excuses.
I wonder if they're going to talk about and give the Maple Leafs an excuse that they are currently right now. It's going to be their 6th game on a road trip. I wonder if we beat the Maple Leafs, are going to say, "Oh, this is the 6th game on their road trip. They've been on the road for quite some time, and this is the last game before they go home. So maybe this is one of those where they're kind of looking over the game, like they said for the Islanders earlier on in the year." Beast Gaming 12 says, "Keep Varley." Here's the thing: if you trade them, I think it's better to do in the off season during the regular season, unless there's an unbelievable market for them. I think it's easier to move a goalie in the off season if you do move them than it is during the regular season at the trade deadline, unless a team really has a need for a goalie.
Yeah, true. But I don't see any team that's really contending for a playoff spot needing a goalie. Edmonton doesn't even look like they're a team that's even remotely going to contend for a playoff spot at this point in time. Do you think a goalie
through ebbs and flows?
Yeah. Do you think that a goalie is going to make all the difference in Edmonton? I don't
either. A coach got to go.
Yeah.
It's straight up. He's a bad coach. So Tepper's not Tepper, right?
Tippett. Dave Tippett.
Sorry. I think I was thinking Dale Tepper, or is it Dave Tepper?
Dave Tepper is the owner of the Carolina Panthers.
That's what I was thinking. Tippett. I'm sorry. Brian P says Zarnak has more goals than Parise and Palmieri in 1/10 of the games.
Is that surprising? It's not to me.
Think about that.
And he gets paid like an 1/8 of the salary.
What a film saying here. And Fleury is done, Grumpy. Yeah, for certain he's done. I know Grumpy's like, "Whoa, there's no way Fleury's done." He played good. He played really well last year on a really good Vegas team. I'm not saying it's not like he couldn't be okay having a 915 goals or save percentage, but dude, he's 38, 39 years old. I think because he's playing poorly, I think it has more to do with his age than
he's
just
playing for Chicago. He's playing for Chicago. What were Robin Leonard's numbers last when he played in Chicago? Chicago doesn't play any defense. They play no defense. Every game's a freaking shootout. That's not on the goalie. I mean, that's just the way they play. Put him on a good team. He won a Vezina Trophy 6 months ago. Not even 6 months ago. He was Vezina Trophy winner. Don't tell me he fell off the planet in 6 months. His name isn't Josh Bailey.
I've seen players fall off the planet quicker than that, Grumpy.
Okay.
You asked what were his numbers in Chicago? 918 save percentage and a 301 goals against average. He's still at a 918 save percentage in Chicago.
That was Leonard.
Yes.
Okay. What are Fleury's numbers this year? So quick with the little fingers there. Why don't you tell us that information?
Yeah, I'll get it, Grumpy. Just give me a moment here, huh? Marc-Andre Fleury's numbers, a 916 save percentage and a 269 goals against average.
So he was better. Thank you. That's my point. On a really bad defensive Chicago team. That's all I'm saying.
I'm about to say,
What are Varlamov's
we're
numbers?
midway through the period, real quick. Talking about the Islanders game that's going on right now. We're midway through the period.
I don't know what
Kind of like a boring doldrum. Nice
Arizona's.
movement by Arizona. A good shot attempt at a
It,
slapper, but
it doesn't matter. I don't know what Arizona's coach does when he has him out there on the ice, like for doing drills, but it looks like nothing. I I don't know what he does.
he won't be there much. He won't be there very long.
Barry's probably he's been yelling at Lane Lambert for the last 2 or 3 days. What the hell are you doing out there playing those young guys? Making me look bad. You know the young guy never want to play a young guy. You know that.
Paulo
Keeper
C.
Bellows. I've done everything I can to kill his career. And here you go and resurrected in 3 games. Great job, Lane.
Paulo C says, if we think we look bad, what about Edmonton? I watched their last game. I watched their game last night, and they look horrible. Lost 6-0 against Florida, and lost 13 out of the last 15 games. Dude, honestly, he's got to go.
Yeah, the coach has to go.
Yep, Tippett's got to go. I mean, you lost 13 on your last 15 games. Got to go. Have to go. And that's honestly, that's a team where maybe a new coach does help. People say, oh, maybe the Islanders could be just like the St. Louis Blues. You know, they fail to mention, yes, the St. Louis Blues had a change in head coach, a change a little bit in style, and a fantastic goalie. But a change in coach, I think, helps Edmonton.
I agree. I mean, they're not a perfect team, but Dave Tippett's not the answer. I wonder if Ken Holland, I mean, he was great as a GM in Detroit all those years, but it seems like he's kind of at a loss of what to do either. At some point in time, you have to, let's trade away some of our skilled pieces and get something that we really need.
Let's trade away some skilled offensive players for guys who are lesser named defensive defensemen that are going to help shore up things on our back end.
Something. I mean, I like Todd McClellan when he was the coach there, but he couldn't even get them to I don't know what it is up there. Must be something in the air. You're not allowed to play defense. I don't know what the hell it is.
Or the fact that they want their defensemen to be more offensive minded. I think that's more of a coach thing.
Well, every coach seems to do it. Maybe you need a different type of coach. Like I said, you look what Calgary did, right? They brought in Daryl Sutter, and all of a sudden, everyone's performing offensively, defensively.
He's a great coach. Daryl Sutter's a fantastic coach.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Frank C says, Trot's treating the kids like dirt. What else is new? He played Komarov over Wallstrom in the playoffs. So what do we expect?
In a series where you couldn't buy a goal.
James F saying, they got the midget hockey team playing during intermission. I can't tell who's the midget team and the real Islanders by the way they're playing.
First of all, they weren't midgets. They were mites, which means they're 7 and 8 year olds.
Goodness. Brian P says, I'm with you, Grump. 100%. It's frustrating. Barry's a douche about it, and it'll be all cocky and praised about Sarnak scored.
Yeah,
Sarnak scored.
Ridiculous.
Oh, it's such a great move. Very tactical move by Barry Trotz. Sarnak immediately paid off. What a film saying, if someone wants to sign Fleury for this year's playoff run, maybe, but next year he isn't a starter.
Well, anytime you're making a trade for somebody at the deadline, most times it is for a guy who doesn't have any term on his contract, but you're just trying to win a Stanley Cup that year. That's why you see teams give up first-round draft picks because they think you can put them over the top.
Jeremy F. saying here, did Kiefer's dad school Trotz back in the 80s? And Trotz has buried that under his hat ever since. It just doesn't seem fair for good asset management. Good for Kiefer to keep the positive attitude.
Yeah, you wonder how much longer, right? They went through the same thing with Ho-Sang, right? They're going through the same thing now with Bodie Wild, I guarantee you, persona non grata, because he doesn't buy into whatever. Who the hell even knows?
What a bad pass, really quickly by Charles when it's intercepted at the point by the Coyotes.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah, the Coyotes are terrible. They're terrible.
Brian P says here, I agree. TJ Zach Parise is a fourth liner. Yeah,
that's what he is, and there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, who didn't put that in? That fucking piece of shit Bailey missed right there on the side of the net with the puck on his stick, wide open, and he hits the freaking post. He sucks, man. He just sucks. I'm sorry. Ugh. Maybe he should just pass, because when that's your shot and you miss, ugh.
Holy shit! What the hell? What the hell? What's the Arizona defense doing?
They should take Bailey's stick away from him as punishment. I don't even know if you notice a difference, honestly. How the hell did he miss that?
Anton Strawman just almost let Andersley walk in unimpeded on that, and he was the last line of defense. They had almost a 2-on-0 situation down low, and Strawman just was standing there observing from the defenseman position.
It's a hard game to watch.
Both teams are not good.
Right, but I mean, Arizona is so bad.
Dude, they honestly look like, I know Montreal's the worst team in the league. Arizona, you could have fooled me by telling me Arizona's the worst team in the league.
You got Ottawa.
Oh, nice shot attempt, but saved by the netminder, Grump. Nice shot attempt there off the point, or off the opportunity by Wahlstrom. Nice save by Wedgwood.
I mean, the game is moving fast, though. I'm going to say that very fast.
I mean, there's only 6 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the second period. Crazy quick. What a film saying Carey Price's better days are gone too. Varlamov is more valuable than both of them now.
No, he's not.
Look at, I mean, dude, Carey Price has no value. His contract is so absurd.
Yeah, his contract, but talent-wise, he's better.
But again, like value for what his contract holds, there is none.
I wonder if they're going to show that highlight of
Bailey missing an opportunity. Here it is.
Maybe this is it right here.
No! Oh my God.
How did he not put that in?
Holy shit. Look at them not. I mean, who? Oh, dude, that's Strawman.
Right there. Because he never got his damn stick on the ice. He sucks, man. He sucks.
Honestly.
Okay, Wahlstrom's got to do better there.
Yeah.
The rebound shot was better, but he needs to get that shot up. He gets the shot up, he scores.
Can you flip your sweatshirt where it's closer to your face?
Josh, I don't know, Coach. I suck. What do you want me to tell you? I can't score. I tell you, Coach, that's why I don't shoot the puck, Barry. That's why I don't shoot it.
Can you flip your sweatshirt closer to your face so people can actually hear what you're saying, Grumpy?
Here, I'll change this. I'll move this thing over here. How's this?
Oh, my God. Fantastic. Much better, Grumpy. Thank you.
I can do that very easily.
Kevin H says, who backs up Sorokin if we trade Varlamov? We make Kostitsyn or Smith part of the deal with the Oilers and get an offensive player in return. Edmonton would be a good landing spot for Bailey. Oh, Kevin. I'm not opposed to that.
They're not going to trade for Bailey. I just, like I said, I don't want to trade for players. If you're looking to cut loose Varlamov or anyone, you should just be looking for futures, for draft picks to get the team younger and better in the long run. If you just throw another veteran on here, what are you going to have to do? You're going to have to get rid of another veteran forward. They don't want Bailey. I could see, maybe they'd want Varlamov, but that's it. But we don't have any spots open on the roster. Look at Sorokin. He's just so smooth in there.
I mean, I think it's safe to assume, unless there's some fluky type of goal, I think Sorokin might be going there for a shutout today.
Yeah, I think he'll get a shot today.
All I'm going to say here is this, Grump. They do have young prospects, forward prospects too. I mean, yes, Puljujarvi's a guy who's played well this year, but he's played well, so maybe they try to sell high on Puljujarvi.
Okay, why is Puljujarvi playing well? Who's he play with?
Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl.
Okay, so if you take him off of that line, what's he doing?
And I'm sure he will not produce the way they have here. Oh, nice check there by Chara. Hold on. Oh, good. Nice check there by Chara. Oh, he got penalized for that?
Maybe.
To me, they just what? Hold on, that's a clean check. I'm not a Chara fan. That's a clean check, though.
Unless the puck was really gone for a while, I didn't see how long the puck was gone. Then maybe you call interference. But I mean, it was a clean check. If anything, the other kid,
guy had his head down. Keep your head up, man. 10 years ago, you couldn't go into the freaking corner like this with your head cemented on. Hey, I'm watching the puck. You got to stop puck watching. Got to take your head up, man.
Yeah, I was thinking about that fight by Chara and O'Brien earlier, and it just reminded me
Martin and O'Brien.
Martin and O'Brien earlier, and it just reminded me, when Youngblood's dad said to him, hey, you get a grip on, you might have to take a couple of shots, and then to get your shots in. I mean, that was a great movie. Oh, how come Rob Lowe is a better fighter than Brock Nelson? How about that?
Oh man,
and Josh Bailey, that's for certain.
Frank C saying Parise is a fourth line guy who can kill penalties, period. Yep, that's it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yep. I just hate how we highlight that all the time. I mean, we could highlight the way Edmonton highlights their best players like Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl. We could highlight Matt Barzal on a game in, game out basis with what we see on the ice. He's fantastic. He's that good. He is that good.
Where teams get in trouble is when they try to ask players to do more than they're capable of doing. And that's where we are. We continually ask guys who are fourth line players to be on the first line. It's like, what are you expecting from them? And of course, we're going to bag on them. The fans are going to bag on them. But still, it's not right on our part, but it's the coaches who are to blame. They're putting him a chance where he's not capable of succeeding.
What is it? High
I don't
sticking?
know. His stick was down. Chara's stick was down.
I don't get the call. I don't know. I really don't understand the call.
I mean, I don't understand it either. Were they reviewing it? I didn't think they could review penalties.
What the hell's going on? Oh, he was upset. It was called on the ice, and I guess they changed it. Oh, they initially thought it was a penalty. They blew it down, and then they changed his mind. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a fan of the call. I'm not a fan of the referee reversing calls, though.
You cannot do that. Now you're going to have guys complaining all the time about calls. Well, you did it to them. Yeah, that goes.
So, dude, they couldn't have screwed up more. Hey, they got the initial call on the ice right because it wasn't a penalty, but Jesus, I'm sorry. It's like when they throw a flag on the play and then they pick it up, man. I'm sorry. You blow the penalty dead, you stop play, and then you say, oopsies, never mind. We're going to pick that one up.
My God, Arizona's terrible. Like I said, we have to win all these games because when we play tougher teams down the stretch.
I told you during this stretch we had to come away with at least 16 of a possible 22 points. Bare minimum. Because I said we played a lot of the teams that were at the bottom of the list and we're taking care of business against the worst teams as we should. Simple as that.
So we can only afford to lose, 2 more games?
2 more games on this trip. And I think there's an injury down. There's an Islander down, Grumpy. I wonder if it was an inadvertent collision.
Too bad it wasn't Matt Martin. He's up.
Stop, Grumpy.
I'm just trying to prove our skill set. That's all.
I'm telling you, right? You played the Maple Leafs, the Kings, and the Wild. And you look at the home stretch, right? You still have the Flyers again, the Seattle Kraken at home, and the Ottawa Senators. You play a lot of the teams that are bottom 5, bottom 10 teams in the NHL. You have to come over with wins on against every single one of those teams.
True.
Here's the thing. You can lose max against Toronto and the Minnesota Wild the remainder of the way. And if you beat the Kings, the Flyers, the Kraken, and the Ottawa Senators, you still came away with a 16 out of the possible 22 points we needed, which is still where I said, right, we need to do that in order for me still to give them playoff hope.
Yeah, I don't think that even matters. Why? Because Boston keeps winning. So if you're not gaining any ground against these lesser teams, and who's Boston playing? They beat Washington last night. Team has shut us out with their backup goalie.
Yeah, I tell you.
Actually, I shouldn't say that. Vanacek might be their number 1 goalie now.
If you take Vanacek, yeah. And then Frank Hay saying, poor Bellows. JG says here, are we forgetting that this team is 7-2-1 in their last 10 games?
Nope, not at all. And we've made up 1 point in the standings. Think about that. When
I think about the last 10 games, again, I'm not trying to cherry pick. I do just want to keep it honest and real here with you guys. You beat the Devils. They're bad. You lost to the Red Wings. They're middle of the road at best. You beat the Bruins. That's a good win.
Yep.
You lost in overtime or lost in shootout to the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas is a good team. You beat the Buffalo Sabres. They're a really bad team. You beat the Oilers. They're a really bad team. They've lost 13 of the last 15 games. You beat the Devils again. They're a really bad team. You lost to the Capitals. They're a good team. You beat the Flyers twice. They're a bad team. And now you're on the Coyotes. You're going to beat them. You had one win against a quality team, and that was Boston. Yep. You need to be beating all these teams at the bottom 10 teams in the NHL, right? We're on a 7-2-1 run. These are all games that we had. I mean, we did this multiple podcasts ago, like almost a month ago. These are games you had to win because the teams were they were the cellar dwellers in the NHL. I mean, you look at it, right? We beat the Buffalo Sabres. We beat the Ottawa Senators. I mean, that's a little too far back. You beat the Devils twice. They're awful. Simple as that. You beat the Buffalo Sabres. They're bad. You beat here the Flyers twice. They're bad. You're beating the Coyotes. Yeah, they're bad. There's a lot of bad teams we played. So worth taking everything with a grain of salt, JG. But we have not forgotten that they're 7-2-1 in their last 10. And that's what we need to be. We need to be there.
We cannot afford to lose where we are in the playoff standings. We cannot afford to lose to a bad team ever. Ever. I mean, ever. We have to beat them every single time. Because we haven't proven we can beat good teams this year. Just haven't.
I will be very interested to see how we play against Minnesota, how we play against Toronto. We did beat Boston, so it is worth saying there. I think Boston's a good team, Grump.
Yeah, that's before Boston got they had some injuries, some COVID issues, and they didn't have Tuukka Rask.
They were missing, I believe it was Marchand. They were missing quite a few players. They were missing their Pastrnak, and they had with COVID. But we're not giving anybody the COVID excuse.
I'm not giving
COVIDs, but I'm not giving them the COVID excuse. Sorry.
I'm saying Boston's better now than they were.
That's a little bit of an opportunity there by the Coyotes, unable to get the shot on net. But I mean, Sorokin was sprawled out, ready to make that save. It was a good job of fighting by Zach Parise. Again, Zach Parise does a lot of things well that a bottom line guy should do.
I just can't see Sorokin getting scored on tonight.
Holy shit! What a bad turnover! Is that freaking Mayfield? Oh, was that no, dude? That was Wallstrom.
Pellick.
That was Wallstrom. 26 was Wallstrom who made that turnover. That was a really bad turnover by Oliver Wallstrom.
There you go. That makes it easy. That makes it easy to bench him.
It was a bad turnover, man. All right, Chara makes really bad turnovers, but I could say that was a bad turnover by Wallstrom.
But that's okay. That makes it easy to bench him when Palmieri comes back. Very easy. Look at this. Well, you know, he made a terrible play and blah blah blah. Barry just ignores the bad plays by the veterans. But let a young guy make a bad play. Boy, he's got that amazing recall.
Frank K saying Sarnak will be benched the rest of the game now that he scored. And he's earned the bench with that goal. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. Oh, I like it. Andrew Groves says Kiefer Bellows goes from first line to healthy scratch in a matter of 2 games. Yeah.
Well, 1 game, actually. 1 game.
No, 2 games.
Yeah, 2 games. Okay.
Jeremy F. saying Holmstrom with a goal. Koivula and Grant Hutton pick up assists. No response, Grumpy.
No comment on that.
Oh,
it's
man.
Bridgeport. It's Bridgeport.
Michael T says Fleury doesn't want to get traded anywhere else. He just wants to retire probably after this season.
Entirely possible. But I think if you give him a chance to go to a Stanley Cup contender, he'd go.
Brian P says Kiefer gets buried again, pun intended.
He got Hosang.
Yep. JG says here, I don't like the Sorokin start tonight either. Yeah, I just don't get it. And because unless you play him tomorrow, Varlamov historically has not been good against Toronto. I get it if Varlamov was like fantastic against Toronto, again, like a .950 save percentage or a 1.50 goals against average, but he's just not that. Nice save by Sorokin. I tell you, I really feel confident Sorokin's coming away with a shutout this game.
That's a routine save for him.
I know it's a routine save. I'm just saying Arizona. I mean, what opportunities has Arizona put on that makes you go, oh my God, that was a really good shot opportunity? They haven't had one of those, and we're in the second period.
Nothing, because they're terrible. They're terrible. Terrible.
Michael T said terrible. Charles Barkley. Michael T says, I don't see why you couldn't start Sorokin tomorrow, especially if he has an easy game tonight like he's having so far. I think that Trotz wants to split him 50-50. I really do.
Well, that'd be another failure on his part. But I mean, I could easily see Sorokin playing again tomorrow. Why not? Like I said, today's like a day off.
Taking this game from the week again, the week startup that I mentioned. Ooh, a nice hit by Anders Lee.
Yeah,
again,
that was by Cizikas.
I'm sorry, Cizikas. It was a good job by him not plowing through the player either, because I mean he had a head down like that in a compromised position. They probably would call that charging or something if he hit him really tough. But a good job by Cizikas.
I was hoping he'd light him up. Honestly, I would love
that. To the penalty box. What I thought should happen. Sorokin should have played both games against Philly. Had the 3-game break or 3-day break because Varlamov would have played Friday and then Sorokin would have played Saturday. That's what should happen. Deidre C saying, "What do you have to make? What do you have to do to make this team shoot?"
You probably have to read a draft, an ad from Draftkings. That's what you have to do since it's the end of the second period.
Jesus Christ, Grumpy. I get what you try to do there, but oh man. He says the namaste old man, Michael T says. Oh, look at you, Grumpy. Yes, but we do have an ad today to read from DraftKings. We're on to the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is celebrating with a huge odds boost for new customers. Counting down to Super Bowl 56, new customers can get 56 to 1 odds on any team. Bet just $5 and get 280 in free bets if your team wins. If Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, you can still get in on all the action of the divisional round. Everyone can play for huge cash prizes with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Football Contests. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use the promo code THPN and get 56 to 1 odds on any NFL team. Bet just $5 and win 280 in free bets if your team wins. That's promo code THPN for 56 to 1 odds at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. You must be 21 years or older in New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Minimum of a $5 deposit and $1 wages required. One per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for full details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Nice job, TJ. Like it.
Oh God, thanks, Grumpy. Deidre C says here, I like Martin. With the kaputs. Was that?
It's chutzpah.
Chutzpah in him. About time.
It's a Jewish word. It's like moxie, like you know how to carry yourself, self-confidence,
Chutzpah.
balls, kind of like combination of it's chutzpah.
Okay, I learned something new.
How did you pronounce it?
Chutzpah.
Yeah, that wasn't it.
Chutzpah. Fair enough. Jake B saying thanks. Absolutely. What a film saying, yeah, Sorokin should start tomorrow. Easy night tonight. We could use him against Pajama Boy and his buddies.
That'll be a tougher game.
I was about to say, yep.
That'll be a tougher game tonight.
We're going to see. Hopefully, it will be a little more interesting.
See, here's the thing. I know I seem like I'm kind of down today because this game doesn't mean anything. It means nothing in the grand scheme. We're going to win. I had no doubt. No, it doesn't, because it's not a game that's going to determine, in my opinion, how we play the rest of the year or how we're capable of playing the rest of the year. This is freaking Arizona. It'd be like if you're playing St. Mary's Sisters of the Poor. It doesn't matter. You know you're going to win. It doesn't prove anything because the team is so bad that you're expected to win. How you play against the better teams, to me, that is going to determine if we're capable of making a push for the playoffs or not. How do we perform against better teams?
Let's talk about the now that we're taking care of a team that we should be taking care of, and that's as simple as it freaking gets.
Yeah,
we haven't looked good. They haven't looked good, but we're still winning. Simple as that.
Yeah, but like I said, to me, I'll be more excited tomorrow. That much I can tell you. This game, I knew we were going to win this game. I knew it. As soon as we scored a goal, the game was
excited for every damn game, Grumpy, we do. That's what I need from you, Grumpy. I need excited every game.
We need to put more exciting product on the ice.
I need you to put more exciting product on this podcast. Whoa, Grumpy.
Just skating over the blue line, turning the puck over. Then they skate in the blue line, they turn the puck over. Just back and forth.
Put you to sleep. Michael T. here saying.
Not exciting.
Wait. Pajot wouldn't get us a first rounder? Seriously?
The way he played this year? The way he played this year?
Because he's a playoff guy. He get a first rounder. Come on.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
Not the way he's playing now.
I disagree. Brian B says here, Bellows better than 2, if not 3 left wingers on his team.
True.
He's playing better than so many in this lineup.
True. But if you notice, all the young guys since Barry came back, they don't look so good anymore. There has to be a reason. They were the best players on our team when Barry Trotz was out. Were the young guys. They were the ones scoring all the goals. They were the ones creating all the opportunities. They were the ones throwing all the jump. Barry Trotz comes back, and all of a sudden they're all non-existent again. I'm sorry. I just disagree. I think it's a stretch way too far on that one, Grump. It's a stretch way too far. I don't think it's like, oh man, Lane Lambert went out there and said, hey, young guys, can we do? I'm like, maybe a little bit. Not all the way. You're freaking directly correlating it, and I just don't buy that. I firmly believe that because I'm watching what I see on the ice and how the guys perform when Lane was. I'm not saying Lane was giving them more chances, but maybe Barry doesn't let them make mistakes without punishing them. When Lane Lambert let them play through mistakes.
Or could you just say that young guys have ups and downs a lot more than veterans do? So maybe they were just on an up when Lane Lambert was a coach, and now they're on a down when Barry Trotz is
So
back.
they were down when Barry was coaching. Lane comes in, they're all up. Then Barry comes back, and they're all down. You know what I call that? That's more than mere coincidence.
Okay, Dobson had looked good before Barry went out too. Dobson had looked good for a while now.
And he got benched.
No, we didn't.
He got benched. He
No,
absolutely got benched.
Dobson.
Barry was coaching. Yeah, Dobson. Yes,
Dobson got benched, what, game 15 of the year? We're at game almost 40, dude.
Well, we're at game 33, not quite 40.
Okay, so he was benched multiple games ago, and he's looked good. Okay, stop. Hold on. He's looked good. He's looked very good, even when Trotz was there, when we had lost multiple people out with COVID, when he had to be asked to do more. Dobson looked good. He looked good when Trotz was still the coach, looked good when Lambert was a coach, and now he's okay. He's still looking good, I still think now. I mean,
what was the last time he carried the puck up? What was the last time he carried the puck in the offensive zone? It was when Lane Lambert was coach. He hasn't done it since Barry's back been behind the bench. He just doesn't do it anymore because Barry won't let him do it. That's what happens. I'm telling you flat out. Barry Trotz he's a youth killer.
Okay. What a film's saying here. I think Varley and Pajot are the only tradable players we have, value-wise. Maybe Bavillier if somebody wants them. I think Pajot, yeah. Mayfield, I'm sorry, Mayfield is tradable as well. He should go to the Leafs for a first-rounder.
I would take a first-rounder. I think you get a little bit more than that for him since he's got 2 years, very manageable contract, and he's a playoff-type player. I'd do that in a second.
JK here, 2 minutes pessimistic, saying, dude, Bailey had a bad pass to Nelson, which put Nelson in a low percentage angle. When 12 had the puck in the slot by himself and he didn't shoot, he overthinks things. I'm so done with him. You and me both, Jake. You and me both. Brian B saying here, it's the Coyotes. Let's see how they look in the Leafs game.
Yeah, that's the game. Like I said, the Washington game was one I was really excited about. Why? Because it was a step up in competition. Those are the teams you need to beat. We couldn't even score on them. Let's see what happens against Toronto. What happened when we played Toronto early in the year? We got shut out.
Drink, my man, drink. You seem like I dry throat, man. Get some drink in you, buddy. Get some purple drink, Grumpy.
Just get to the comments, because here's what I don't want to have happen. I don't want it where you're all this and we don't get to the comments.
When you're saying words, you need some water. Jeremy S. saying, is Cizikas Carter Verhaeghe?
Yeah, that was the guy the Islanders used to have too. Gave up on him. Good job. Michael
T saying, and did I just hear TJ almost say that Ross Johnson is a better farter than Matt Martin? No, he's a better forward. I think here's the thing. I think, oh, Grumpy, hold on. Is that the only purple drink that you have?
No.
I thought you were trying to stipend it off. Nick D said, Grump, I'd love to share a bottle of Crown Royal with you and talk about how shitty Barry is in old TV movies.
I can't drink like that anymore.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? I can't drink like that anymore. When you get older, you can't drink like that.
Want you to decide, says Michael T. Ross Johnson's still probably a better farter than Matt Martin, too.
Yeah.
Ryan F says Trotz doesn't like or want talent.
True.
Mm-hmm. John P says, hello, fellas. FYI, it's now 5-3, but 3-1 Carolina over the Rags. Yep, 5-3 Carolina over the Rangers. Rich A saying, we need 3 miracles to make that run last year. Jari's turnover and Bailey's overtime, Pasta hitting the post with an empty net, the Pulak save on McDonough. Yeah, we did have a lot of miracles there. But hey, a lot of times you look at the teams that make the Stanley Cup, they usually have a little bit of help from luck and, healthy players. They usually do have a little bit of luck along the way.
True.
Michael T says, Bills or Chiefs on Sunday night?
Bills.
I've got Chiefs. So we're commenting. We'll do that game live, but I got Chiefs. Jared Ben says, you guys see the you guys see the very good Islanders website where they're quoted saying where they quoted Parise saying he's a second half player.
Typical.
I did not see that, but I would venture out to say, Zach Parise, were you a good second half player when you were benched by Minnesota last year and your play didn't warrant any time in the playoffs until the last game? I would say something like that. He still seems to think he's a better second half player, but with the age of 37 years old, perhaps he is not. But the very good Islanders site
He sucks.
The very good Islanders site. Frank
Typical
C says,
nonsense. Typical nonsense. from him.
Frank C says here, Trotz thinks that Uncle Leo's a first line player.
What does that tell you?
And then JK, too much pessimistic, saying here, Grumpy, I like you. I want to win the cup. There's no other goal. However, I give the Islanders, the 2021 Islanders, some credit. Like you, I thought they would lose to Pittsburgh and the Bruins, but they took the Lightning to 7 games. I don't view those seasons as all or these seasons as all or nothing events. To me, it's not black or white. Given this, I give the 2021 team some credit for exceeding my expectations. Just my 2 cents.
I look at it as, okay, they got to the semifinals the year before. They didn't step up and do any better, and they continue to keep an aging roster with no replacements in sight. That's why it's a failure for me. If you're not winning a Stanley Cup and you're not improving your team, you're going backwards. And what have we done this year? We've gone backwards.
Dave F says, great to see Zarnak out there, but I'm pissed that Bellows was scratched. And of course, we've got to see Chara again. Jesus.
I mean, are you shocked though? He set it up as soon as he first game back. The kid's been producing. I really can't run the risk of him actually doing something out there and performing. Let's put him on the first line. Let's put him out there blindfolded on his off wing and see how he performs. And then right in a press conference, like, yeah, I didn't like it at all. He was terrible out there.
A smirk pissed me off more than anything else. That smirk. If you didn't see it, go back and watch the podcast we did on Wednesday. The podcast. That's the blew my. Yeah,
like somehow he, he's getting joy out of the kid not performing. What a loser that Trotz is. What an absolute loser.
Okay, Grumpy, a lot of comments go through. Dimitri P says Chara belongs to the Yotes. He'd be a perfect fit.
It's true. He actually seems like he's a perfect fit for us too.
Angelo M saying, hello, gentlemen. Good job. What's up,
Angelo?
Thank you. Mike L saying here, bash the Islanders podcast, put a cock grump. Maybe eat a cock grump, but couldn't get that spelled correctly. Or
I have to assume Mike knows what he's talking about there.
Yeah. Oh, Mike. Yeah, I tell you, man, you gotta come out, man. Come on, you at least gotta make the comment right, Mike. Make sure you read the sentence, man. It's only a few words. Come on, you can make sure it's right. Come on now. Dirk, damn it. I'm sorry. I just got a message from Dirk. I'm not going to forget about making sure I check if we get it to Germany. I'm not going to forget, Dirk. I apologize. I apologize, Dirk. I have the weekend. I've been busy during the week, but now I have some time. Jewel says, TJ, you're talking 3 years for Strawman. Give him 1,000, and then he'll fit perfectly. He'll fit in the system perfectly.
Okay.
James F says here, maybe bring out the midget players to replace Chara. Ooh. Jeremy F saying, I missed the Trotz comments on Bellows. What was he saying about him? Oh, he asked. Oh, don't get me started. Don't even get me started. Don't get me started.
Long story short, he said that he was unimpressed with his performance on the first line, and
he just couldn't help. But he's like, what did you think about?
What did you think, Andrew Gross?
What did you think about Bellows? Like, well, I didn't think much. I mean, what did you think about him out there on the ice on the first line?
And then
he started smiling and shit like that. I was just like, what the?
And then Andrew Gross fell right into the trap instead of just saying, well, Barry, that's why I'm asking you. You're the coach. Why don't you tell me? Because he was producing till you showed up and sabotaged him.
Hold on, Grump. Do you know what a hypothetical question is? Because that was a hypothetical question Barry Trotz posed to Andrew Gross. Hypothetical.
Because he answered it. I would have snapped right back another question at him.
Okay. Mike T says, oh, Salo. Jeremy F saying here, Pulak will hurt Salo, which is too bad. I certainly hope Chara and Green split 50-50 when Pulak returns and Salo keeps playing. Even better, would be getting rid of Andy Green and Chara and bringing up Hutton/Aho and playing them.
Not happening.
Unfortunately not. Drew L says, honestly, we should be up 4-0 at this point. Nice save by Sorokin. Post to post. Absolutely. Tony G saying, I like the logo, TJ. Oh, God. Are you talking about that Islanders one that's all messed up in the background? Oh, which logo? They've got like 42. Yeah. Double Buck Prep there says here, hello all. What's up, Double? John P says, never mind. It's 5-3 now. The Hurricanes are dominating. JK says here, agreed, Grumpy. We have 2 wins against legitimate teams. Otherwise, we've won against bottom feeders.
True.
And that's the thing, right? Let's keep it real. When they start winning games against top tier teams, we're going to say it. Hey, they're beating really good teams out there. Simple as that. Michael T says, if we trade Varlamov, let Chara take his place. I heard they have a sumo wrestler. I heard we can get a sumo wrestler to play in that for us, and he'd do a very good job.
Charles Wong's gone.
Charles Wong is gone. That's right. John P says here, do you guys think that Lou notices Barry's underutilization of younger Islanders? And if so, does Lou think about it? And if not, why not?
I think Lou gets the type of players that Barry feels he needs to win. And the word was not overt.
What do you mean? Underutilization?
Barry's overt underutilization. Not.
Okay. I apologize, Grump.
That's okay.
Do I think he notices? Yes, but I think he's on the same page with them. I mean, I think Barry
lets Lou lets Barry coach. Barry coaches the team.
Yep.
Lou gets the players that Barry wants.
Yep. And I think they're all on the same page. They're a unified front with that. And I really do believe it. There's no miscommunication, because if there's a miscommunication or some sort of disconnect, they would not be working together, I don't believe. Rich A says we should trade Barry to Edmonton. I don't know.
Agreed.
No. Okay. Who's okay? Seriously, as of right now, who's
a joke? Next comment.
Drew L said, if you want to talk about Valley stats on a bad defensive team, just look at his on Colorado.
Yeah, he was not good with Colorado.
Yeah. Want you to sigh says here, the game is boring as hell. Hard to keep watching, honestly.
True.
Yeah. James F. there saying Aaron Asham at the game looks like he can still play.
He was a player much like Zach Parise, honestly.
Much like Zach Parise, Grumpy. Hold on. I've got to show you this. Nick D, I'm glad you sent it. Remember how I told you there's the Pellick posse, Grumpy?
Yes.
Oh, my God. I've got to show you this photo. And they're a whole bunch of goons, man. I love this. Look at this. Look at how many Pellick heads there are.
I know. I know. They showed it earlier on TV. I saw it.
Well,
you realize, again, we're not going to get through all the comments, right?
Oh, my God.
You realize that. I'm just saying.
Drew L says here, hey, Josh Bailey, there's a thing called a weight room. Use it, you sack. I want you to decide. Said Bailey is a joke. It's like he wasn't ready for the puck. What the hell is he doing out there? James F saying, I love Darren Asham. Tony Cheese saying, I'm pretty sure Carey Price has a substance abuse problem. A yellow flag on TJ for patronizing Grumpy after he adjusted his microphone.
Thank you, Tony.
Hey, man, I want good audio quality just as bad as you guys do.
I'm going to read off real quick the adjusted Islander schedule. In February, you have Ottawa, then a break, Vancouver.
Yeah, you screwed. You're way
too all gone. No, I didn't screw it up. I didn't have time because you kept on prattling on. Go.
Yeah. No, okay. You've got Vancouver on February the 9th. The the Edmonton Oilers on February the 11th. Then
doesn't matter. Third period's about to start.
I'm gonna.
Dude, here's the thing: you keep talking and talking and talking, and you complain you don't get through the comments, and then. And then anything that really needs to be talked about, I got to listen to you. You're going crazy on me over there.
Yeah, that's a very good job completing that sentence, Grumpy. Good job there.
I'm just being nice to you. I'm just being nice. What can I tell you? I'm a nice guy.
James F saying, guys, I like the ceiling shot over the face off on the arena. It's pretty cool. And there's a meetup group in Pittsburgh where I'm moving. Guys, is there a meetup group in Pittsburgh? I think there's a meetup group in Pittsburgh. Jeremy F. saying, Zarnak, 2 goals, 3 assists, +5 in 10 games. There's no way he should be out of this lineup. Yeah, the production and the performance that he's had, as well as the effort level, he should be playing every damn night. Simple as that.
Somebody, one of the Suzuki's just got annihilated in the corner. Clean check. He was hammered, though.
I wonder if he's got a concussion. Oh, dude, he looks. Oh, he's not playing. I'm sure the rest.
That buys Wallstrom a little bit of time. Well, it buys Wallstrom a little bit of time.
Ooh,
if he's out for any length, looks like he's holding his little wrist there. Maybe he's a little dinged up.
This is by Oh,
that's a clean check.
Oh yeah,
that's a clean check right there. Nothing wrong with that.
Guy is always injury prone though.
Yeah, he is. But that's
Smaller,
a clean check.
right? He's a small, slight guy.
Yeah.
Not big. Yeah. Well,
I can't handle a puck, but he sure handled Casey in a corner.
throws the body. Ooh, nice little wraparound attempt there by Adam Pelech, dude. Wedgwood has not looked good tonight, in my opinion. I wonder if they're going to check it for COVID protocol. Oh, no COVID protocol. Okay. Or I'm sorry, concussion protocol.
Maybe they're checking to see a contact or something.
Joel says, okay, I guess Wahlstrom has a lineup spot solidified after Casey went down. Yeah.
That buys him a little bit of time.
Michael T. The
Coyotes got a little gash.
Us in faceoffs 18-8.
It doesn't matter. They suck at everything else.
Brian B says it doesn't matter when we beat the bad teams. Lose to the Leafs and Wild. If we haven't so far, beat the good teams.
Yeah, see, that's the whole thing the rest of the season's predicated on. We play a lot of good and down the stretch, like our last 11 games, we play 10 teams that are in the playoffs. I mean, if you can't beat the good teams now, what makes you think you're going to beat them down the stretch? I don't know.
They're all going to be coasting at that time period.
Okay. And we're going to be totally gassed playing a game every other night for 2 months.
Hey, I think Chara and Green, they're actually like fine wine. They're going to play better as the season continues.
And Parise is like a second half player.
Yeah, he is. That is true. Oh, look at the dump right here. Oh, my goodness. A 2-on-1 opportunity. Brock Nelson rifles it home, giving the Islanders a 3-0 lead over the Arizona Coyotes.
Arizona sucks.
They suck. Who the hell was that? My God.
The puck goes right to the defenseman, and he spits it right to Nelson. Ugh, terrible. Why not just do that every single play? Dump it at one of their defensemen. He'll screw it up. Look at this. Holy shit. What a disaster.
Oh, my God. Jesus.
That's a Brock Nelson special. He scores a goal when the game is over against a shitty team. That's what he's good at.
Jerome Moser out there gives up the goal. Hold on. Is this the Yanis Moser? Oh, this is Yanis Moser I was thinking about. Okay. Gotcha. I did not know he's only 21 years old. He was an overage guy that was drafted this year. Think about this. That was a poor play by him, but in 11 games so far for the Arizona Coyotes, he's got 3 goals, 2 assists, and is a +5 for the Coyotes so far. I did not know that was the Yanis Moser. He was drafted in the 2021 NHL draft in the 2nd round. Didn't look good on that play, but
who cares? He sucks. Arizona sucks. I don't care about any of their players. Not a one. Not one player on Arizona do I care about.
Get excited. I like looking at player.
I want you to get to the comments instead of talking about some useless Arizona player who just sucks. And the only reason he's in the league is because he plays for Arizona.
Oh, man. There's Noah Dobson. You said, when's the last time Noah Dobson helped lead a rush? There he was. He didn't get much of a shot attempt on there, but he was joining in with the rush with Matt Barzal. That play right there.
Comments. Get to the comments.
I'm taking
it's torture watching this game. Get to the comments. It's torture watching the Islanders against Arizona.
Druel said, is there any way we can fix the ice surface at UBS? Why does everyone just blow tires out there? No, I don't think they're fixing the ice surface, which is it's troubling to think of.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously we noticed that right away. Something's wrong with the ice. I don't know what it is, but something's wrong with it.
James F. here saying, Bailey and Pelech with the assist on Nelson goals. That's 2 assists for Pelech tonight. James F. saying here, guys, some fan wearing a jersey at the game, and the name on the back is spelled backwards. I don't get it. I don't get that either. That's odd.
Maybe it's from one of those
like that.
Maybe it's from one of those Iron Curtain countries where they have all the funky letters in different directions. Who knows? Let's
go Yanis Moser. Tony Cheese saying, I'm not going to lie. I really thought his name was Simon Casper Holmstrom. No.
Simon Casper Holmstrom. That
only in Grumpy's world.
Well, there's Arizona. They're only 40 foot offside there.
Jesus.
Dude, even looking? Are they even looking with the other players on their ice? I don't know.
It makes me think, how the hell did Toronto lose to this team?
It makes me wonder how the hell that guy is a head coach.
He won't be there long. He's a stopgap guy as they try to fill out and build through the draft. That's what he is, man.
Look at this.
James F. saying here, some things never change at the games. Is the line something that never changes at the game? It's the line for the bathrooms.
You probably got a lot of guys like DJ who have to go every 10 minutes.
That was a nice job and a pickpocket there. That was a nice pickpocket, I believe, by Oliver Wahlstrom, Grump. Nice pickpocket by Oliver Wahlstrom, and he gives that chance to Jean-Gabriel Pageau down low. Good job by Oliver Wahlstrom. Ooh, that's a nice shot attempt by the John Gabriel Paget. Look at the Islanders just
That's a
finally
hook.
starting to pour it on.
That was a hook.
Yep, and we're going to go to the power
they
play.
called it good.
Alex Galchenyuk off for hooking. That's the second time he's hooked. He's taken a hooking penalty this evening.
If I'm the Boldy coach on Arizona, I'd say to Galchenyuk, move your feet. Just move your freaking feet, dude. Stop. Don't play Anders Lee and just glide and reach in with the stick. Move your feet.
Yeah, for certain was.
I mean, it's just lazy. It's a lazy penalty. Just move your feet. This guy's a clown. Look at this guy. What a
Jeremy
joke.
Ford here saying, I think the Islanders are putting forth just enough to take tonight's game and to save it for tomorrow. Sorokin should be playing tomorrow, especially if Arizona doesn't reach 25 shots.
Are they even going to reach 20 shots?
Right now, this game has been a drag. They only have 13 shots on net now.
They're not even going to hit 20.
I was about to say we're on a power play. That should eat some time. And as long as we don't have a time period we're really hemmed up in our own zone, we should be fine. Michael T said, I think Barzal might be wearing his helmet a little too tight. I don't know. I've heard that the term, gripping your stick too tight, not wearing your helmet too tight. Brett W says here, Bailey, Parise, Chara, they all suck.
True.
Brett W. And Lou hates the youth too. Absolutely. Want you to size says Dobson looked good when the whole team was out with COVID. Yep, I agree. Michael T says, between periods interview, he has a red line across his forehead. Ouch. Okay, that's what you mean.
He always does.
John P says, by the way, rest in peace to Meatloaf and Louis Anderson.
Do you know who Meatloaf is?
He's an artist, a musical artist.
Do you know any of the songs he sang?
Cheeseburger in Paradise, right? Da, 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 da.
No. And again, no. That's Jimmy Buffett.
Oh,
Meatloaf.
Nice shot attempt by Noah Dobson. Almost finds a way past the blocker side.
Do you know who Louis Anderson? Do you know who Louis Anderson is?
I assume an actor or something.
He's a comedian.
Okay.
And Meatloaf, Meatloaf. I can't even believe you don't know any of it. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
I don't know any of those people.
I would do when it.
Oh yeah, I know that song, but I won't do that.
Yeah,
it's on commercials.
Well, okay. Jeez. Okay, just go. I can't even have this discussion.
Oh my God! Who the hell is that shitty pass back to Salo? My God, not good. Oh, that was Bailey with a shitty pass back to Salo.
I wish he would have took a spin around and got knocked on his ass and gone to concussion protocol.
Thomas B says Grumpy's correct. This team is not a cup finalist team. It wasn't the last 2 years' effort. Trying to make this group a cup finalist team won't work. It's just wasting time. I blame Lou more than anyone.
And that's the whole thing that's my whole argument. My whole agenda, honestly, is that it's that if you're not good enough to win a cup, and this team isn't good enough to win a cup because the core of the team is all over 30. You have to just change it up. If you just want to tread water for a couple of years, maybe squeak it as a number 8 playoffs team and get beat in the first round and then have to do your rebuild, fine. You're just 2 or 3 years behind the curve. That's all you're doing. You're just prolonging the inevitable.
I want to mention that was a good slap shot there by Salo, forced a juicy rebound to Zach Parise, who puts a shot on net but was unable to bury it home. Another prime opportunity for Zach Parise on the power play to put one home, unable to do so. Mark A says the Islanders against Leafs tomorrow, and the Pittsburgh is winning again. Ooh.
Yeah.
12 shots versus Arizona. The team isn't very good at all. Oh, Jesus. F. and Barry there says Michael T. Jeremy F. saying the Rangers playing Georgiev tonight against Carolina and Shesterkin.
My God, Lee. Holy shit. He stood back there for like 15 seconds. Then Andrew Ladd, of all people, just says, you know what? Screw it. He goes around the net and just takes the puck off him. What a below average play by Anders Lee.
Brian B saying the Chiefs are going to win easy. That's right, Brian B. We're covering the game live. Make sure to check it out on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. It's called TJ and the Grumpy Old Man. My God. Oh, here you go. One player shot. Oliver Wahlstrom has not played this period for the period there for the Islanders.
Really?
Hold on. What? Did I read that correct? Who the hell posted that?
I don't know.
Andrew Gross, one player shot on the Islanders bench. Oliver Wahlstrom hasn't played this period.
Maybe he's hurt.
Okay, fair enough.
If he's not on the bench, you have to assume he's hurt. unless he bitched out Barry and said, "Why the hell am I not playing when you let that piece of shit Bailey play shift after shift?" And Zizekas and everybody else who can't score on this team. Why is it?
Oliver Wahlstrom hasn't been out there this period. What the hell? I swear I've seen him.
If he's not on the bench, he's probably hurt. All kidding aside, he has to. Something's got to be hurt.
That's Oliver Wahlstrom right now on right wing. What the hell is he talking? Oh no, it's Brock Nelson. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm now on a freaking lookout looking for Oliver Wahlstrom. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm hallucinating. I don't know.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Says, who do you guys think scores next, Grumpy? Do you think who's going to score next? Do you think it's going to be another goal this game? Maybe it's going to be an Anders Lee empty net goal.
I'm going to say it was probably Brock Nelson because we're way behind in the comments. So I'm going to say Brock Nelson scores the next goal.
Oh, Matthew S. there says, not a very good game for us so far, but Arizona stinks. Absolutely. Rap Mile official YouTube says, you got this. Elbow cough. Wash your hands. I don't know. Maybe it's a song. John P. said, that was a rhetorical question posed by Barry Trotz. God damn it, John P. That's right. I said,
remember, John is smart, first of all. All right.
We need John. You're gonna have to dumb down. You're gonna have to dumb down the intelligence level on here. I can't be wrong. Okay, now Oliver Wahlstrom's back on the Islanders bench.
Okay.
Maybe he's dealing with an injury? Question mark. I don't know.
Maybe he had too much to drink at intermission. He had to go pee.
Hey man, I understand about that. Thomas B said, "Look at the face-offs tonight. This team is overrated." Brian B says, "Who cares about the Rangers score?"
Well, the reason why I like to bring it up is to let you know what the teams in front of us are doing. The Rangers, I think, are in first place in the division. It'll be second place after tonight. Of course, Carolina will be back in first. But I like to know what the teams ahead of us are doing. I hope they lose all the time. So that's why I mentioned it.
The Rangers, and he brought that up. The Rangers started Georgiev tonight and are starting Shesterkin tomorrow night against the Coyotes. They started Georgiev against the Hurricanes, and Shesterkin's going to play against Arizona. What the hell? It's like Jeremy said. It's like the backward ass shit that we're doing tonight against the Arizona Coyotes. Makes no sense.
You might want to, maybe Georgiev has really good numbers against.
That one almost slips past Sorokin.
Maybe Georgiev has really good numbers against Carolina. That's the only reason I can say it.
JG says, apologize if you guys spoke about this earlier. I had to walk away for a minute. Did you notice how excited Barzal got when Shannon brought up Zarnak being on his line?
Did not. We don't get to listen to that because we're doing the podcast.
But no, does it shock me? Zarnak, he's a guy at least that puts in a lot of effort. He's got a scoring touch. And again, the guy found a way to be in the right spot. Nice job by Kyle Clutterbuck throwing a little bit of the body with some effort on the ice, Grumpy. Who doesn't love that? James F. saying, hanging out with Monty the dog. Michael T. saying that Cadillac trivia question was bonkers. Holy shit, I'm not sure what it was.
It was how many goals did the Islanders score when they started their 15-game winning streak 40 years ago? And they scored 97 goals in 15 games for an average of 6.47 a game. That's
nuts. That is nuts.
When you were prattling on and on and on and on, I was going to read that, but you just never shut up. So I can't get in a word edgewise during these podcasts. Whenever you're doing a live stream, you never shut up. You ever notice?
Oh, man, you're ridiculous. Whoa! And the Islanders score once again. Oh, look at that. I'm not sure how did Brock Nelson redirect that in off of Bevilier pass, or did Bevilier
this would be a typical Brock Nelson game. Gets 2 goals against an absolute shit team when the game is no longer in doubt. This is a typical Brock Nelson game right here. Oh, Brock Nelson, number 1 star. Yeah, he scored 2 goals when the game was absolutely over against an abysmal team.
Oh, well, hold on. He scored a second goal of the game. I wouldn't say the game's over, but he scored 2 goals against a miserable team. That is correct. Brock Nelson's goals.
Assist by Bailey. He just throws it to the middle.
It was a secondary assist.
It's a secondary.
Oh, look at that. Brock Nelson. His shin. Bevilier throws the puck towards the middle, and it goes off of Brock Nelson's chin in the net. Oh, I'll be honest. That's kind of unfortunate for Arizona.
Arizona sucks. They deserve everything they get.
Hold on. The play's under review. I was about to say that play's under review.
We didn't kick it in.
Okay. I'm just saying. Drew L says that schedule sounds like an injury waiting to happen and more frustrating lack of effort from our beloved Islanders. Thomas B saying, I'm hearing Gillies died.
I didn't hear that.
I gosh, I'll have to look at it. Tony Chi saying, I was talking about the Coyotes logo, TJ. Not everything is about you. Okay, fair enough. I like the Coyotes logo. Corey K saying, hi, what's up, Corey? Michael T saying, when the Islanders had a 15-game winning streak, yeah, they had in the 80s, 97 goals in 15 games. That's nuts. Drew L saying, Casey has taken more pain than Jake Paul's entire boxing career. Yeah, I tell you.
Ouch.
It's something else. Want you to decide says Arizona's embarrassing. Michael T doing lobster. And then Drew L saying, is Noah Dobson wearing braces? No, I don't think so.
Maybe it's a mouth guard.
Mm-hmm. And
or
then
Invisaligns. Maybe they're Invisaligns. Maybe it's a mouth guard.
Jeremy F saying, in a brand new rink, why is this not the best ice in the league? Good question. Good question. I don't know how they've done it. You'd like to think that was completely worked out, but people slip and slide on this ice surface all the time. And I'm just saying it's not a coincidence that the Islanders and every road team happen to slip on this surface and the Islanders in other arenas don't slip and slide. I mean, here's the thing. It's not like we're in Florida in the middle of summer. It's New York in mid-January. It's not warm per se at that time period in New York. So, Corey scores 4-0. Absolutely. Will this game go to overtime? No, it will not. James F saying here, guys, a fan asked me what you listen to. I said AJ and TJ and the Grumpy Old Man. Thanks, James.
There you go.
Love it. And then
John, spread the word.
John Smith saying Wally off the first unit. Meatloaf, 4th most selling album.
That was Bat Out of Hell. Because it's a bat out of hell. I mean, I can't believe you don't know who he is.
JG says here, TJ's the worst when it comes to music and movies. That's not
everything. Just everything. Just say everything.
Oh, man. Rich A says, no Wallstrom again on the power play. Yeah, I don't know. Wallstrom not on the second power play unit either. Apparently, he's been out. I don't know. The play has been under review for a long-ass time, Grumpy. I wonder what they're trying to say here.
I don't understand, but maybe we can get through some of these comments.
Oh, God, I swear to God, you're a pain in my ass today, Grumpy. A pain in the ass.
I don't even think you're through the second period comments yet, and the game's almost over.
Okay, yes, we are. We're almost done with the comments. Okay. Michael T says, I'm heartbroken over Louis Anderson. He was a genuine dude and very funny.
He was funny.
Oh, goodness. And then Nick D says here, Meatloaf was in some decent movies too. Louis was in a Coming to America. Sad to hear that both men passing in the last 2 days.
And usually those deaths come in threes, so somebody else has got to go. Meatloaf was in a Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Bat Out of Hell was one of the best albums ever, Grumpy.
It was really good. Really good.
He says, I'm taking the Bills tonight. Okay, I got the Chiefs. Corey K saying Pittsburgh won yesterday, 5-4. There it is. Jeff says saying, why is Wallstrom not played on a power play? I don't know. He's in the bench. Locker room.
If he was not on the bench.
In the locker room?
Yeah. Was he benched for that turnover? I mean, if he was benched for the turnover, it's just typical Barry Trotz. It's just the setup. Setup's coming. You can smell it coming.
But he was in the locker room, so I'm not sure. I mean, he was in the locker room. I don't know what he's in the locker room for, but he's in the locker room for something.
Okay.
I think Wallstrom took a shot off the inside of his foot. Well, there you go.
Okay, there you go.
Nick D says here, I wouldn't doubt it. Wally said something to Barry. Barry looks like a
commie bastard behind the bench.
Oh, goodness. By the way, is a good goal. Brock Nelson gets his second goal of the evening. Another multi-goal game for Brock Nelson. People are going to tell us how great Brock Nelson is. I'm going to pull up some stats after this game about him.
He did nothing tonight. He
had a good goal.
He did nothing tonight. For overall play, he did nothing tonight. Nothing.
John P. said, TJ, you never listened to Meatloaf's Bat Out of Hell? LP. It's sold over 40 million copies.
TJ, do you know what LP stands for?
No.
Long playing album. LP.
I thought you were about to say limited platinum or something. I don't know.
No.
And Corey K, they're saying, I'm a White Sox fan. Nick D, they're saying Barzal skates from one end to the other and nobody moves around to help him out. Only one person with talent, and that's number 13.
True.
Go Islanders, says Corey Kidd, for certain. And then Michael T says, I would do anything.
I would do anything for love, but I won't do that.
Mm-hmm. And then Mr. B saying the Islanders are going to play hard for the next couple of months, make a wild card spot, but not have enough gas left in the tank there and be out in the first round and bump themselves out of a top 10 draft pick.
they're not going to make the playoffs. I could see them getting to 9th and just getting,
the outside looking in. Druel saying here, I thought that the Brock Nelson goal was goaltender interference.
No, I didn't.
Corey K there saying, I'm at the game. You're lucky, Corey. We're gonna get to witness the Islanders win. It's always good to see. JG says, I was talking about Clark Gillies pass. Just on alert about Clark Gillies passing away.
I just pulled something. I didn't see anything about that.
Here it is. Jeremy Forrest said Gillies did die 30 minutes ago, as reported. Not sure about the site, though.
I still don't see anything.
Grumpy, I'll pull it up, though. Don't worry. Drew L says, oh, boy, Florida Live Arena is like Antarctica. That's the only way they have to keep the ice going. Grumpy, don't worry. I'll get it. You are not good at this part here.
Stop telling me what I'm good at and what not good at. You know what you're not good at? Reading comments.
Here, Jesus, come on. Oh God, yeah, I'm not seeing it. I was about to say, if you get the link, send us the link. I'm looking online right here, and I'm not seeing again Clark Gillies. I'm not seeing anything about Clark Gillies dying. Oh, here it is, 35 minutes ago. Oh, it's memes random, random news. So promote Kenny. Okay. Condolences. I'm not sure. I'll pop it up on screen. I'm not sure how accurate.
Don't put it up there because I don't see it as being anywhere else.
Okay. Promote Kenny. Yeah, boy. Has it. He's okay. I'll look to see if it's anything. It was some random guy posted this 57 minutes ago. And I'm not sure it's accurate. But yes, I am seeing it on social media, not confirmed. Just saw an article about Clark Gillies died. 4-0 there. Kuntz Zachary says, how is that a goal you challenge for goaltender interference?
Well, when you're down 3-0 and you suck as a team and you're the head coach of a guy who's about to get fired, I guess you take those chances.
Oh, he's not going to get fired. And that team's miserable. I mean, what do you expect to do with it? James F saying, hey, Bailey got an assist, Grumpy. Got the secondary assist.
That's what he's good at, secondary assists.
Paulo C said, I don't think we should trade Mayfield. The only trade I would make for Mayfield is for a good young offensive forward, not a first-round draft pick, unless the first-round pick would be one of the top picks. Yeah, I tell you, you're caught between a rock and a hard place, right? Because if you get a draft pick, I mean, it's going to be all likelihood Barry, even if they're fantastic, won't play in the adequate minutes. And when he's, ready to light the world on fire, even at 21 or 22 years old, you're going to play in a bottom 6 role. So, I mean, if that's the case, right, and Barry's still the coach 3 years, 4 years from now, I mean, the guy's going to be limited with what he can do. Doesn't matter where he was picked. Think about Oliver Wahlstrom, limited. Tony Shee saying, how are the Islanders going to fudge up Sorokin's shutout? Yeah.
They'd have to score on themselves.
And then,
if they haven't mentioned it on the Islander broadcast, it hasn't happened.
Yep, I do agree with that, because if that happened, they would mention it on the podcast, on the broadcast.
Without a doubt.
Michael T says, "Oh my God, wait, Clark Gillies died. What happened?" No, I'm not sure. Andrew L said, "TJ, have you considered retaking sixth grade English class?"
TJ was
I needed to take a step actually lower. I was looking at third grade English class first. I need to work on how to go ahead and pronounce all my words. So I'm working on third grade English at the moment. Maybe
okay.
next month or so, I'll get sixth grade.
Can you just stop for a second? TJ was on that TV show, Am I Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Y'all can figure out how that turned out.
Really, that joke couldn't have waited 3 seconds until I finished.
Well, I waited 30 seconds. Then you tried some ham-handed attempt at a joke, and it was just totally terrible. So I had to stop you and use a joke that actually people could understand.
Oh, thanks. John P said here, yes, on deaderkicking.com. I just think it was based off of that tweet. And I think Grumpy is right. If he died, they would have mentioned it during the broadcast, or they'll mention it as soon as it's over. They would have mentioned it during the game. I do agree with that. Yeah. I can't wait for baseball season. Corey says, I don't know if baseball season is going to take place, my guy. So Dimitri P says, people die all the time. Clark is probably alive and well. Absolutely. Drew L says here, Trot sounds perfect for coach of Arizona. Nick M saying, who's in net tomorrow night? It should be Sorokin, right?
I hope it's Sorokin. We'll find out tomorrow, but I mean, you have to think it's Sorokin. He had a day off today. I mean, come on.
John P says here, Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
You know who else was in that? Phil Rizzuto was in that song.
I couldn't tell you.
You know who Phil Rizzuto is?
He's a hockey player.
Phil
Or
Rizzuto.
baseball player.
Do you know who he played for?
Couldn't tell
And
you.
when?
I don't know.
He played for the New York Yankees in 1940s and 50s.
Yeah.
Then he was the Yankees announcer, and he had a very distinct style. So they put him in that sequence in the song where he was talking about, going from first to home like a baseball play.
Mm.
Then Meatloaf gets shut down right there. Stop right there. Dun, 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 dun. I gotta know right now.
Is that why you wanted me to blast through the comments so you could just start singing Meatloaf songs?
Pretty much.
Is that why you're upset?
Yeah.
Here's something else, man. Oh, Dimitri P says sources tell me Josh Bailey.
That's comment of the night, Dimitri. Comment of the night.
Grump, hold on. That we know that's not true because some members would say Grumpy would be selling tickets in the parade if that happened. So if Grumpy's not offering you 2-for-1 opportunity to go for a downtown parade on Long Island, it's not happened.
That's the best comment of the night.
And then Andrew L said, does the shutout hold? Yes, for certain it does.
Absolutely.
JG says, TJ, seriously, Phil Rizzuto? Oh my God. Yeah, yes. I know. What can I say? And then John P said, the Scooter. Phil was a legendary Yankee and broadcaster.
Yep. He was an unabashed homer, without a doubt.
Rich A still said 0 shifts for Wallstrom, even though he's back on the bench.
Maybe he's hurt. I'll be interested what they say after the game.
Yeah. And here's the thing. If he's hurt, I have no problem with him not playing right now. The game's over.
Look at Josh Bailey with the move.
Holy shit. That was a good dude. Bailey, nice move. Josh Bailey, man. Even Josh Bailey's feeling himself against Arizona.
As usual, he couldn't close the deal.
Hey, man, it was a good opportunity. He's had
matter of fact,
3 games.
This is Meatloaf. He got all the way to third base and he got shut down by Wedgwood.
Is that something? Okay. I guess that's the song. Okay.
Paradise by Dashboard Light.
Mario D says, I'm afraid to go to the game because they might put me on the first line. It looks like anyone not named Wallstrom can play next to Barzal. It would be a perfect combo.
Well, Wallstrom or Bellows. Everybody else, like Leo Komarov, no problem. Boy, do you ever hear him say anything about Leo Komarov? Did nothing on that first line last year. Oh, well, Leo does so many good things so well. He makes that whole line better. Does anyone believe anything that comes out of Trotz's mouth? He's so full of shit. It's coming out of his ears and his eyeballs.
Andrew L said, if Bailey scored that, I would have expected Grump to run up and down the streets in his underwear. It was a great move by Bailey.
Yeah, but he didn't finish it. You knew he wouldn't. Okay,
Jake
here's the thing.
Isn't it amazing?
I find it amazing that the normally the players who just underwhelm the vast majority of the time, who just are weak ass, your Croc Nelsons, your Josh Baileys, all of a sudden they look great against Arizona. I mean, let's see how they play against Toronto tomorrow.
JG says, isn't it amazing? The first time Grumpy smiles during the entire show, it's when he sees a comment about Bailey dying. I think it's because of the callback, because people remember that certain sects said that grumpy old man would throw a parade if Josh Bailey died. And it's the callback, I think, is what it is, JG. That's at least how I laugh. That's why I laughed and smiled.
I thought it was hilarious that someone actually put that in a comment.
It's like when Paul called up and he was going crazy. I liked it because he was like, we need that. And again, like I knew there was no actual malice behind it, but he's like, we need to take a pipe to Charles' knees. I was like, man, I said, get your anger out, buddy. I know you're venting. Get the anger out. Tony G says, I freaking love Josh Bailey. Rich A saying here, Barry setting up the scratch of Wallstrom there for Palmieri.
It would not surprise me at all.
Jewel saying here, that's the first time I saw Josh Bailey do a toe drag all year. It only took 40 games.
And Arizona to make it happen.
Come on, Dallas, score some goals. Dallas Stars, says Corey K. Nick M saying here, what do you think of Phil Kessel on Matt Barzal's ring for a playoff push?
No way.
No way is right. JG says, I think it's hysterical that Grumpy got a smile there from Josh.
It was hey, let me tell you something. Somebody said something funny, makes me laugh. It makes me laugh.
Tony, she's saying, I think Josh Bailey is underpaid and underrated. Yeah, he's underappreciated, underpaid, underrated. I think, you know what? The only way he could, everything could be righted is if if he makes the Islanders Hall of Fame. That's the only way.
Ugh. Next comment.
Oh, what's going on, Grumpy?
You're just not funny. You're just not funny.
Mm.
I'm sorry.
I
hate to be the one to break it to you. The people who listen to this podcast are too nice to you.
Michael T said, after some searching, I think the Clark Gillies death is a hoax. I think so too. Brian P said, is Wallstrom? Wallstrom is benched. He was late to come out in the third period, and since he's rejoined the bench, he is not skated his shift. Albeit, we are kicking the crap out of Arizona, and if his foot's a little banged up and he feels tough and it's hard for him to skate out there, I have no problem with them not skating him if he's a little banged up. But if he's completely fine and they're not playing him, I do have an issue with that. But oh my God, Mr. B said Arizona has no shots with 4 minutes left. Holy shit. Okay, Sorokin should play. They only faced 16 shots tonight. Sorokin did.
Yeah.
Sorokin needs to play tomorrow.
Yeah.
Phil Kessel, everyone's favorite dad at the cookout.
Oh shit.
Paulo C said Carolina keeps on rocking like a hurricane.
They're good. They're good.
JG says the only person underrated around here is Grumpy.
And if you don't believe that, just ask me.
Rasta Boss is next in line on tomorrow. He should be playing over Matt Martin every game.
Nope.
Rich A said Martin with Barzy and Lee. Oh God, Matt Martin's with Barzy and Lee? What?
He's trying to get him a goal. That's all he's trying to do.
Jeez, man. Jeez, Louise.
I mean, honestly, if you're an Islander player, isn't this a great game to play? It's like Arizona's given up, obviously. I mean, there's no jump in their game. You've owned the third period. I mean, it's just fun to play like that.
Well,
look, and they're letting bars. Who's that? Oh, it's Pajot taking a face off.
By the way, it's pretty much been debunked here. You've got people talking about it on social media. Again, you've got let me pull up here. You may know this guy, Grumpy. I cannot pronounce his name either, but he says mild-mannered reporter has it in his Twitter bio. I ask coaches and players questions so teams and other media outlets can post videos and answer them on their websites. Gold star, if the correct answer. But that's
Bob Glauber.
Yeah,
I don't know if he still covers the Giants or not, but he covered the Giants for years. New York football, the New York Football Giants.
Yeah, but this guy, Promote Kenny, your boy, I think he's not correct in that area. Anyway, moving right along here, Grumpy. We got here James F saying 32 shots on goal. Hope we have that many shots tomorrow night for certain.
We won't.
Here's the thing. We took care of business. We didn't look like the best team in the world. Oh wow, good shot attempt.
Look at old Croc going for a hat trick.
Oh babies. Andrew L said, oh, so close, Croc, for the Hattie. Oh man. And then a double Buck Prep there says here, Sorokin needs to play 8 out of 10 minimum. I agree.
Absolutely.
He wasn't tested today, but he did exactly what he was supposed to do. Oh, Brock, baby. Oh, he almost had that. Well, okay. Gostisbehere was there fighting for the position. He honestly just redirected and almost trickled its way into the net. Think about that.
He got out-muscled by Shane Gostisbehere. Thank you.
No, come on.
Now your failure is complete.
Nelson almost had the Hattie Grump. Absolutely. Mr. B said, who do you think the Leafs will have in net tomorrow? If I recall correctly, the Leafs played the backup the last time, again in the Coliseum.
They did. Maybe they go with him again. Your team is bad when you always get the other team's backup.
We're gonna get Jack Campbell, no doubt in my mind.
Oh boy, we're gonna have to listen to your mouth about Jack Campbell all night.
Jack Campbell, baby, woo! Jack Campbell, he's fantastic netminder. Roman L saying, we will have a winning record after tonight. After starting off with a 9-game losing streak, not bad.
We didn't start off with a 9-game losing streak, did we?
I honestly can't remember. I remember we were woeful the first 13 games. I can't remember what the winning or losing streak was at the beginning. I know we were bad. I don't remember how bad, but I knew we were bad. Mark A said, play Ross tomorrow. I agree. John P says, well, at least no excuses for the Islanders tomorrow for having heavy legs to start the game against Toronto. Yep, absolutely right. I wonder if they, if it was a close game, they're going to say, oh, yeah, they just played yesterday and Toronto's got fresh legs, they're tired after a tough game. No, this game was, Arizona's miserable. We didn't have to exert much energy for that win today.
Just to educate the people, we won 5 of our first 9 games this year.
Okay. We did? We won 5 of our first 9 games?
Yes.
Mark A saying, it's happening, boys. Drew L says here, now Barry can use the win streak as an excuse by saying, I told you it was the road trip and COVID. Now, not how bad our team is.
Do you really believe that? Does anyone really believe that?
The longer the span of games go and the more we see results not necessarily being, hey, us in a playoff spot, it kind of debunks the theory.
So
Tony
if we lose 10 of 11 at the end of the year, what excuse is he going to give? We just ran out of gas because all those things happened at the beginning of the season, or the fact you just played better teams. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't disagree, Grumpy. And then we got here comment, yellow flag on Grump for blatantly trying to hurt TJ's feelings. Yeah, Grumpy, I don't know what you did, but you hurt my feelings, and I don't like
It's only 15 yards, and I totally immobilized him. It was worth the penalty.
What did you do?
I don't remember.
Tony G is saying, he may not be funny, but he's his good sense of humor. I was about to say, I don't even remember what.
You got when I said that you're not funny.
Oh, yeah, I was like, whatever, Grumpy. I don't care what you think. Nick M says, when is Pulak coming back? 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks is the timetable. Yeah, but I say we're on 8 some odd weeks now. I'd like that.
Well, the COVID probably slowed him down. Also,
here's the thing: he should be back. Still 8 weeks. He should be back next week, but he probably won't be back till after the post or after the play after the All-Star break in February is what Tommy Beat was saying.
Okay, well that'll be whatever.
Last game we have is February 1st against the Ottawa Senators before the All-Star break. So,
okay.
And Drew L said, and now the shutout is complete. Another shutout, the 4th shutout for Ilya Sorokin this season. Sorokin, 4th shutout of the season. Not a tough one tonight, but good on you, kid. Absolutely.
I can't remember him even being tested. Oh, so was he the number 3? Sorokin's number 3. A shutout gets a 3rd star. Who do you think is going to be the 1st star?
Brock Nelson.
Well, Brock Nelson is number 2 star. Who the hell? Oh, maybe Zach Parise. Maybe I'll put on Zach Parise.
Now, who the hell is going to be the 1st star?
I don't know. What? Let's see.
Who the hell is the 1st star?
The coach of the Arizona. Oh, Scott Mayfield.
Okay. Oh, yeah, he did play really well. Okay, I could see that. He did a good job. He had a goal and he had the assist for a defenseman and he had a really good slap pass. Yeah, good for Scott Mayfield.
Give him the freaking stick, bro. What the hell are you waiting for? Just gave him a puck. Give him the stick. What's wrong with
Scott thinks that the stick comes out of his pay if he gives it to him. He's only making $1.45 million a year. He's got to keep every penny. Joel said, great. Now back to the reality. The Leafs kicking our ass.
Well, we'll see that tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big game. In my opinion, tomorrow's a way bigger game than this.
Andrew Gross just confirmed Clark Gillies has passed away per the Islanders.
Wow.
Holy shit. Whoever the hell that guy was, he was right. No freaking way. Oh my God. I just got goosebumps. What the hell? Man, oh man.
What a shame.
That is true, guys. Wow. Clark Gillies has officially passed away. Ooh.
Wow. What a
somber
shame.
hearts. That is awful. Wow.
Terrible.
Yeah. And Arthur Staple just said Islanders have confirmed the Hall of Famer Clark Gillies has died.
Terrible. What a miserable way to end the podcast, honestly.
Shit, man. I was about to say, we can't end on a note like that. That is awful. I can't end on that. Oh, God.
He was fantastic. What a great player he was. Fantastic player. He did everything for them.
67 years old.
Yeah, true power. It was a true power forward. He's not much older than I am, honestly. He was the quintessential power forward. He could do everything. Played on that first line. Oh man, with Trottier and Bossy, he was just fantastic. Nobody messed with them when he was around. Oh, what a shame! What a shame!
I didn't. Is he in the NHL? He's in the NHL Hall of Fame.
Sure is.
I was saying, I mean, you look at the stats. The stats necessarily don't scream, "Hey, I should be a Hall of Famer," but I mean, all the intangibles do. And I mean, the cups obviously make a huge item on that too. But man, Clark
He had
Gillies,
over 300 goals in his career.
I'm just saying 958 games, and he only had 697 career points. I'm just saying you see guys with more points that get left out there. And again, I think the 4 cups obviously helped out. I mean, Clark Gillies had everything, but
I think he's the first. I think he's the first member of that tremendous team to pass away for some reason. The 16 guys who played on all 4 teams.
Christ.
Terrible.
You're all there saying, "Yep, TJ, your dad jokes make everybody smile." I appreciate it. Michael T saying, "If Varlamov starts tomorrow and we lose a tough, close game, Trotz should definitely feel the heat. Absolutely no rationale. I feel so broken. I feel Sorokin should not start tomorrow, or should start tomorrow in a key game against a tough opponents." Yep,
true. Best goalie should play against the best teams. Period.
John P said, "Pulak and Becton, are they both slow healers?" Oh,
wow.
damn.
New York Jet reference. Mekhi Becton, he's always hurt too. Big guys like that, I mean, it's tougher for them to stay healthy.
Jeremy F saying the Leafs defense is in trouble right now. It's a winnable game. Okay. Tony Chi said Bailey's always my first star, and I wish first star was Bailey. Scott Mayfield, Sorokin third, Nelson second, Mayfield first star. Yep. JG says just to get Grumpy going. Paul F says, "Where was Wally? 0 minutes in the third period. Fire Trots." I think he was hurt, Paul. I think he was hurt. Tony Chi saying, "Damn, that tomorrow's podcast will be depressing."
It will be depressing.
It will not be. It will not be. Even though we could win tomorrow against the Leafs and look fantastic. Honestly, after the passing of, we should be energized to have. I mean, they are going to give him a tribute, I'm sure.
Absolutely, and they will. They will. I mean, let's be honest. The Islanders are first class organization, first class all the way. Just terrible news.
Yeah, Michael T.
It makes me feel old. It's funny because I said to my son the other day, Melky Cabrera used to play for the Yankees. He retired after playing 15 years in Major League Baseball. And I called him up. I said, "Gosh," I said, "You remember Melky Cabrera?" He's like, "Yeah, I remember him." I said, "He just retired. He played 15 years in the league." He said, "Gosh, that makes me feel old." I said, and then when I see people dying now, as you get older, when you see people dying, it's like, oh, geez, I can't believe, it just starts to make you feel your own mortality a little bit when you see people who are, around your age passing away. It's just terrible news.
Grumpy. I wanted to see your face as you talked about it because it's a somber thought. It's a somber thing, man. I tell you, it's. Ugh. I really was hoping it was a hoax. I really hope that somebody just had a rude sense of humor and was posting about it because this random guy out of nowhere. And I'm shocked. I mean, this guy Promote Kenny, ya boy, was the first one to tweet about it. I'm like, there's no way in hell this is accurate. Some random guy. And yikes.
And my brother knew Clark Gillies. They used to go to a bar and hang out and stuff like that. So he knew him, quite a bit. And he knew my brother as that Flyers fan because my brother's a Philadelphia Flyer fan. And he said Gillies was nothing but nice to him every time, that they talked. So yeah, just really, really, really tough news. Very sad news. For anybody of a certain age, it's even tougher, if you know what I mean.
How you feeling, Grump?
Fine.
Okay. Just didn't know if you want to talk about it. Didn't know if you need to talk about it, Grumpy.
Oh, what? So you put me on the couch now? You want to put me on the couch?
I don't know, Grumpy, if you wanted to. I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just
saying it's just very, very unfortunate.
Paul F said, "Oh no, rest in peace to Clark Gillies for certain." And damn Gillies, yeah. Paul C said, "I just because Boomer Esiason is Matt Martin's father-in-law doesn't mean that you can't get rid of him." And that sucks. That rest in peace, Clark Gillies. Yep. Best line ever. Anthony R says. Joel saying
and
here.
Shannon's talking about it right now.
Yeah. Joel saying here, damn, rest in peace to a legend and a guy no opposing player wanted to mess with.
Without a doubt. They had numerous guys like that on the team, but Clark Gillies was the toughest guy on the team, without a doubt. but he wasn't a guy who was just going to start a fight. But, when he had to, he could finish it.
Tony Cheese, yeah. And I tell you, absolutely devastating to hear about that loss. I tell you, it's awful. Tony Cheese saying, this is going to be worse than the time the whole podcast was discussing sexual assaults in sport. Yeah, I was about to say. Here's the thing. The podcast we have is not trying to be a serious or somber one, but it's impossible not to be serious or somber when something like this happens. Our podcast is meant to bring joy, happiness, laughs. It's really tough to do that right now, though. And Matthew S. saying no.
Yeah, and his nickname, TJ, I don't know if his nickname was Jethro.
Yep.
And there you go. And because they reminded people of Jethro from the Little Abner comic strip, because he was a big strapping guy, super strong. I mean, him in his prime, he was fantastic. Like I said, a true Islander legend. That's all you can say. Passing of a legend today. Real unfortunate.
A little rhyme there. You said it was Jethro, a comic?
Jethro in the Little Abner comics. Little Abner was a comic strip. Newspapers used to have newspapers. You know what those are? They used to have.
I know what a newspaper is.
They used to have a section which was the comics. They'd be little 3-panel comics every day, and then the Sunday comics. Little Abner, Lil apostrophe Abner, Little Abner. They lived in Dog Patch, USA. It was like some country bumpkin type comic strip. And Jethro was one of the guys, and there it is right there, from the Little Abner comics right there.
Jethro.
Yep. And that's what he used to wear, just like the one strap of the overall. Yep.
Look at that. I'm looking at some of these old ones. Your favorite cartoon alive. They made a live adaptation to Little Abner.
I don't know if they did that or not.
They did. I'll pull it up for you. Man, dude, I tell you, this is I'm still so shocked by this news and the way it broke too. There's a little live action, Grump.
Right. And Al Cap was the writer of the comic strip.
Now, it made it on Life magazine too.
It was very popular back in the day.
I tell you, I'll pop that one up there on Life magazine, Grump.
Yep. And that's a Little Abner that I always remember. No shirt, or just like wearing the overalls, with one strap. And gosh, what was the girl's name? Shit, I can't remember her name. I don't remember.
By Al Kappa.
It was Al Cap.
Hold on. It was 20 cents. 20 cents for this magazine in 1952.
Yeah, everything was cheaper back then.
Yep. Little Abner. God almighty. Jethro. Paul up there saying, he was still on the bench. Trot stapled him to the bench.
See,
they're saying, rest in peace to Clark Gillies. Yeah, terrible news. Sorry to hear about Clark. That's sad. Lots of love to your family from the Islander fans.
Without a doubt.
Did Gillies have cancer or was he sick?
Something, I'm not going to speculate, but I have my own opinion with maybe and we'll find out in days, and I'll tell you if I was right or not. But I'm not even going to speculate on the podcast.
I want you to write down what it is right now so people could see. Grab yourself a sheet of paper. I'll go through comments. Grab yourself a sheet of paper and write down what you think it is. We'll see if you're right or wrong.
Okay. I'll turn off my camera for a second.
Well, I want you to put your camera on so we could see.
Well, what do you think? What do you think? I walk around here with paper and freaking pencil when I'm doing the podcast. I'm watching the game. I keep telling you.
I got paper and pen.
Well,
I always do.
You. I don't have that.
All right, Grumpy.
I'll tell you what. I will type it to you in a private chat.
No. Okay, Grumpy. I want you to write it down on a sheet of paper and watch everybody write it down. Okay. Well, honestly, you could type in a private chat. I'll be honest. Okay. Drew L says, now we need Trevor Gillies back to be another legend. JG says, I think you're correct about Gillies being the first, Grumpy. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's the first of that group to pass away. What a shame.
And Paul F saying, I saw Wallstrom. He's tipping on there. Sad news, Brian B says. Greg Frost said, I remember my wife and I sat behind Clark and Ken Morrow at the Sabres game in the early 80s. I can tell you he was a super guy and a great one of
great wit.
Great wit. One of my favorite players ever. Rest in peace, Jethro.
Yeah. He was, and like I said, my brother, he was nothing but nice. I mean, think about it. He's a big name, right? And, again, lived on Long Island. which a lot of those guys still do to this day. And, so everyone knew who Clark Gillies was. And, but always approachable. Not, some athletes can be real jerks. I'm telling you that. I know that. But never an Islander. I mean, they're always so nice. Every single one, honestly. I've never met one guy who was a jerk who played for the Islanders. Not one.
Yeah. I'm getting grumpy. I haven't met anybody like that either. I mean, most hockey players across the board are fantastic people.
True.
Again, the Islanders organization is always full of classy guys. There's no doubt about that.
Yep.
And then Double Aught Buck Prep says, I drove limo for him and Ken in the late 1980s.
Yeah. Kenny Morrow still works for the team, or did anyway.
Jeremy F. saying black armbands with a 9 and C on it for tomorrow.
Absolutely. For the rest of the year. They should do that for the rest of the year.
And then Empire. And then Frank G saying here, hey, guys, I run in here all excited over a win, and I look up and it breaks, and I didn't know Clark Gillies died. Another hero of my childhood. Rest in peace, Clark Gillies. Yeah, absolutely.
And it seemed like the Islanders waited till the end of the game to announce it, which probably was a good thing because it brings the rest of it ends the telecast in all actuality, right? I mean, no one's thinking about the game anymore.
They're just talking again, like it gets sidetracked, and yeah.
And what Butch is thinking, stuff like that. So
I wonder if they know or something like that, or they just have to keep quiet about it. You know what I mean? I'm always interested on that side.
No, they know ahead of time. But then you have to make the decision. When do you announce it? When do you not? And I think they probably waited till the end of the game. I don't think they maybe wanted to say anything on air with Butch calling the game.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure Butch is going to have. I'm sure he's going to have quite a bit to say about him being a teammate and all during that time period. So you talk about guys feeling immortality and everything like that. I know Butch, I'm sure, is feeling it even more than others. He's like, holy shit, that's my line mate. That's my buddy.
Yeah.
So Jesus, I tell you, it is something else, Grumpy. And I've got an additional comment here. Paul F saying, yeah, we're losing too many of our legends. Rest in peace, Clark Gillies there, says Brett W. And John P., I'll get to it. He's got a video he sent us. Man, I'm shocked, says Frank. And Mr. B saying, I think Bob Bourne's son married Clark Gillies' daughter. Jason Bourne works on Sportsnet in Canada.
He's also an action star.
I was about to say, what is it? Jason Bourne. Oh, my God. It's Jason Bourne.
The Bourne movies. Yeah.
Oh, man. It's Jason Bourne. Oh, good gracious. 25. Yes. Okay. And then Michael T says, you guys are like Abbott and Costello tonight.
Do you know who they are, TJ?
No. Who are they?
Oh! Abbott and Costello?
I don't know. I assume.
Hey, Abbott.
I don't know.
Who's on first? What's on third? Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know. Third base. No. Bud Abbott, Lou Costello. They made, I don't know, not a million. They must have made, at least 20 movies in the 40s and 50s. But like Buck Privates, hilarious stuff. You got to look up Abbott and Costello. That's your homework assignment for tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
Abbott and Costello.
Yeah, look up who's on first, what's on second. We'll just put Abbott and Costello.
And Quinnan put that helmet on McGlinny.
Give me a second, Grumpy.
Now coming up.
I don't know what you're doing.
I'll show you here in a second, Grumpy. John P., thanks for sending this to me. It's an old one. It's an old fight, Grumpy old man, of Clark Gillies. Just so we're able to show this here. I'll make sure I lower it so it's not all the way up there. Crazy loud.
And Quinnan put that helmet on McGlinny. Now coming up underneath. Landing several good shots.
Stephen Pearson, number 7.
Dave Williams. And Mark's going to have some sore knuckles, to say the least. Now he wrestles him over to the board. The linesman, Collins and Finn, get in there to
I think 27 was Darryl Sittler.
Williams took a real run at Gillies, and they both fell, and that prompted Gillies' ire. And George, this is one of those classic situations in a hockey game.
Williams' face.
I mean, for me, the classic Gillies fights were him against Terry O'Reilly in the playoffs.
This is one of those situations that we'll talk about when we come back.
He and O'Reilly had many a battle. Holmgren and Gillies, just so many guys. Here's the thing: he always protected his teammates, always.
Oh, Grumpy. Okay, now I know who these guys are. Yeah, they do the skit of oh yeah, who's on first? What's on second? Yeah, I've seen this one. Yeah, I know you're talking about Grumpy. I've never actually seen their stuff, but I'm familiar with the faces. I've seen the
Yeah.
little skit.
Okay.
Yeah. And then what a game, guy says, let's go Islanders game. Gillies dies. Gillies died. What a like, rest in peace of legend. Yeah. And Michael T says, I'm still not so sure on this Gillies news. I don't know.
Well,
It's
they
the
just announced it. The Islanders broadcast just announced it.
Yeah, Jeremy F saying, have a good night, guys. Thanks for the show. We'll see you tomorrow. A somber finish to the night for certain. Yeah, it
Without
was.
a doubt. Without a doubt.
Mhm.
Very sad way to end the show, honestly.
Well, I said I really wish I could have. I really wish I could down to the island to visit with the legends before they pass. For the fans, they have been, on the island to meet them. They're lucky. Have you guys met any of them, Grumpy? Have you met any of those guys? I have not.
Yeah, I've met some of them. I mean, they're all extremely nice guys. Really, really, just salt of the earth guys. I mean, Gillies was one of the guys who was when the stadium opened. He was, in the arena. They even interviewed him. Where they would go to the luxury boxes and stuff like that. So just what a shame. What a shame.
Andrew L saying, "Oh wow, what a real shame. I didn't look unhealthy to me. Rest in peace, Gillies."
No, he did not.
John P said, I'm sure that the Islanders will do a truly wonderful tribute to him at UBS Arena in uniform tribute. Yeah.
100% agree. 100% agree.
Shifty YouTube there says, rest in peace, Clark Gillies. Yep, for certain. And okay, the heartbreaking news in NHL Network Hall of Fame. Yep, Clark Gillies has died 67.
Yeah.
Drew Ellison, it's Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. I messed it up. Sorry. Thanks for the live stream, says Tony Cheese. Absolutely. Yep. And we'll be here tomorrow during the game too, and the post game afterwards. Yep. And then Brett W said, yeah, was there when they retired his number? Loved watching Gillies growing up. And oh my God,
man,
TJ.
Me too.
Grumpy, do you think he knows who the Three Stooges are?
I think you know who the Three Stooges are, right?
Yeah. I've never actually seen it, but I know who the Three Stooges are.
Do you know any of their names?
Something, not Huey, Dewey, and Louie. What the hell? Those are the ducks. Those are DuckTales. The Three Stooges. It's Mo, Curly, and something. Mo, Curly, and I can't remember. Mo and Curly. I know that.
Larry Fine was the last one. Mo Howard. Curly Howard and Larry Fine.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Drew L said, yeah, Anders Lee looks like he's about to cry. Damn, dude. Yeah. I'm sure they've got a good connection. I mean, the legends, the Islanders legends are really, really still involved with the team, and I think the players, and they really still have a touch on it. So
that's what the new ownership made sure that they got the old legends involved. They really did.
Yeah. And so it's not like, hey, this is somebody I've never met before and I've only heard about. I'm sure that Anders knows him on a personal level.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
REC there saying, rest in peace, number 9. And Michael T said the Gillies stare.
Yeah,
and the Gillies versus Schultz were classics.
He ended Schultz. Schultz was in when Gillies beat the hell out of him. That was kind of the end of Schultz. It's like, you can be a tough guy on a block, but when you get beat up, like in MMA fights, whoever wins a whole bunch of fights in a row, like they're invincible, then they get beat and all of a sudden they're not so tough anymore. And that's what it was like when Gillies finished off Schultz, ended Schultz.
Nick D said, yeah, I'll have a hockey night in Canada feed tomorrow night. I'm sure CBC will have a clip for a legend. I wouldn't doubt it if Butchie skips tomorrow night's game.
Yeah, we're going to find out. Yeah.
Yeah, I just found out here. It's sad, says Frank G. Yep. And rest in peace, Jethro. Nick D says, Chris Gudberson does the play-by-play for CBC, and he'll definitely be mentioning Gillies, I'm sure. Paulo C said, it didn't seem like Gillies had health problems. It shows how vulnerable we are, and can't take anything for granted. Lots of memories, and my condolences. Rest in peace.
True.
Double says here, a Buck Prep there says, yeah, I know a bunch of them still, have Trott's home number. Don't know if it still works. Don't know if it's still good, though. Paul, hold on. He's got a home number? Jesus. Barry Trotz and you are made of the same old quilt.
Maybe he's talking about Brian Trottier.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Maybe that's what it is. Trotz. Okay. Paul F there says, I saw some old highlights from the cup runs and such a great power forward. first of the times.
Yeah, because he was big. He was really big.
John P. They're saying, I'm truly saddened. Wow. Alexander also saying, rest in peace to Clark Gillies, a wonderful man and an Islander legend. This is a sad day.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. Frank, they're saying, I was so pumped there with the win and the run, the excitement and discovery. Yeah, Gillies gone, man. Combinations rocked me up for certain. By the way, some good news. I got my Maddie in the Jag shirt. Well, good to see. Let us know when you get it. Send us a picture of it, Paul. We'll make sure we post it. And oh my God, they're talking about Gillies on NHL Network right now. Sad and shocked by the news. Wow. But Grumpy, on a somber note, we end today's podcast and live stream coverage of the game. Obviously, an Islanders win is fantastic for us, but the loss of Clark Gillies is just
that's gonna be everything, right?
I get goosebumps when I think about it, and just like, oh God,
yeah.
Didn't see
that. Sad day in Islander Kingdom. That's an Islander country for certain.
Yeah. But Grumpy, what do you want to say?
Still, I just want to say love and laughter to everyone who listens and even those who don't, from TJ and the Grumpy Old Man, and live your life to your fullest every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing's promised for certain. Again, thank you, Grumpy Old Man, for being on the podcast as always. And thank you for tuning in, and rest in peace to legend here. I'm sure we'll be talking about that, tomorrow. But it's a sad and somber thought. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll be covering tomorrow's game of the Toronto Maple Leafs against the New York Islanders at Puck Drop, as well as, conducting our podcast on the night after. I'm sure we're going to be talking a lot about Clark Gillies, and we'll be there tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and thank you, Grumpy Old Man.